Welcome back to the big college game here at Hard Rock Stadium. An incredible college football season with ratings up and to the right and new storylines developing by the moment. Comes to a head here as the Indiana Hoosiers faithful have taken over another stadium as they look to become a national champion in football. And the Miami Hurricanes trying to stamp that they're all the way back. Caney leading the way.
Sebastian.
Yep.
Pat Coogan and an offensive line alongside Landino, Paisan, and a defensive line have a physical football team that Cignetti has pieced together perfectly. The kings of the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers, take on the Miami Hurricanes, A.J. Hawk.
I can't wait till this first drive, D, but what are they going to do? Someone's going to air it out. Someone's taking a shot early.
Mario Cristobal leading his team out there. It's like a UFC fight walk for him, D-Buck.
This environment, 10 out of 10, unbelievable environment, great crowd. I can't wait for this first play.
The Cignetti Hoosier fairy tale could have a huge addition to the story tonight. A banner for football. Maybe headed to Bloomington. Not if the Miami Hurricanes have anything to say about that. Good pyro. Good theatrics, good crowd pop, special night in store, con man.
Cannot wait, Pat. I got chills with all that WrestleMania pyro from both sides. When we walked to this end zone, the IU coaching staff was going nuts. You can feel the tension. We are jacked up down here in this Hoosier fan section as well.
Ty Schmidt. The Big Ten could win its third straight national championship with 3 different schools. And the ACC could say, oh, you didn't want us? Let's take the whole damn thing. So much at stake, Ty.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, the Big Ten obviously wants to keep that streak alive. And if that doesn't speak to them being the best conference in the country, I don't know what does. I mean, you can't just sea walk through the Big Ten. Yeah, that's not exactly what I meant, but you get it. They had to earn it, okay? And Miami, let's see, is the ACC going to be put back on the map tonight as well?
I'll tell you what, it's hard to sea walk through Iowa and Happy Valley up there.
Tough sled.
Ann Arbor. And of course, Bloomington, Indiana. It's tough to sea walk through there. Michael Irvin, honorary captain and actual mascot of the Miami Hurricanes, will take the field as the Indiana Hoosiers.
They got Adewale Agunle out there leading them out.
Go ahead and introduce yourselves, fellas.
Right now.
Who starts hot is the question. Who will get the ball? Big 12 officiating crew that we love will be flipping the coin. Mike Vandervelde is his name. He's a good coin tosser. Also a great official. We're looking for him to go to the NFL stat.
Captains,
yeah, we don't want to lose him in a college game.
On earning the opportunity to compete in the 2026 College Football Playoff National Championship. My name is Michael Vandervelde. I'm your referee. My umpire is the Sheldon Davis. Honorary captains, thanks for being here as well. Miami, you get to call the toss. Today's coin features the logo of the College Football Playoff as heads. Hard Rock Stadium is tails. Heads. Tails. Miami, what is your call?
Tails.
Tails? Tails is called.
Good flip out of Vanderbilt.
It is a head. Indiana, you won the toss. Defer, you want the ball. Which way are you kicking? Gentlemen, go ahead and turn your backs here.
Says Indiana.
Indiana.
We'll see Carson Beck and that monster offensive line
Miami
take the field first.
Gentlemen, have a great ball game.
Left tackle for Miami, 6'9". Left guard, 6'6". Center, 6'3". Right guard, 6'6". Right tackle, 6'6". How can the Indiana Hoosiers defense attack this Miami offense? Well, Miami and Ole Miss was an instant classic, and Carson Beck put the Canes on his back late, D-Bud.
Yeah, in the biggest moment, he played his best football, drove the ball right down the field and answered to get in the end zone to get that win.
And then for Indiana, they went out to the Peach Bowl and did the same thing they did at the Rose Bowl. First play of the game, pick 6, the roof went off, and they dominated from start to finish, Adrian.
Yeah, they haven't blinked once. I think a lot of people are waiting for like the other shoe to drop, whatever that term is, and that's just not happening for this Indiana Hoosiers team.
Yeah, it's been a special run through this playoffs. We talked about the Ohio State Buckeyes last year. When the playoffs started, they kind of clicked it into another gear. This Hoosiers team has certainly done that. They've made easy work out of everybody, Tone Diggs, which is why a majority of the public likes them so much tonight.
Yeah, in the playoffs, they've been an absolute machine, just destroying Alabama, destroying Oregon. It wasn't close in any of those. And obviously, as soon as this line opened last week, everyone was on Indiana because of how dominant they've been. This will be their toughest test so far. I can't wait to see it.
I mean, you look over to the left, you got Reggie Wayne, Adrian James, Devin Hester, Calais Campbell, G-Regs over there. The stars are out.
Speaking of stars, the whole Raiders front office, ownership, Spy Tech, Tom Brady, they're all in the building.
I saw you dap up Tom, former teammate of yours. Got eyes on Fernando is what everybody's thinking. Why not Carson Beck?
Hey, eyes on him as well. You're damn right. It's a lot of talent on this field, both sides. A lot of veterans. Interested to see how Miami starts this game on offense.
A 3-and-out, obviously, or even a pick 6 on the first play would not be abnormal for this Indiana defense. As Brendan kicks this thing off and the national championship has begun in Miami. We're bringing it out. I like that we have a return. Full speed hit. Great tackle about the 28. Carson Beck takes the field here. He's played his best ball down the stretch. Doesn't have to do anything crazy with how talented this offense is.
Yeah, you know this offense, this team in general, they're built off the trenches. So I expect them to lean on that offensive line. But last week in the Fiesta Bowl against Ole Miss, we did see Carson Beck air it out, attack downfield early and often. Let's see if that's the same plan tonight.
Carson Beck 5-0 as an underdog as a college football starter. The Hoosiers faithful have come alive. Indiana, Miami, 4-all. Let's get this thing started. Carson Beck hands it off to Mark Fletcher Jr. That's a good decision. They're going to pound the rock for as long as they let him, A.J. Hawk.
Yeah, for this Miami offense to run, we know it goes through Mark Fletcher and Shamar Brown. They want to get the ball downhill and then open things up for Carson Beck on the back end trying to push the ball. But the run game is what drives this whole team, I believe.
They're strictly optically, the offensive line for Miami is 2x the size of the Indiana D-line. That is not really served or poised as a problem for the Indiana Hoosier defense yet. We'll see if tonight's a little bit different. Carson Beck in shotgun. A little bit of motion for Malachi Tony. Carson Beck with his first passing attempt. Let's get into space to a guy who is a problem. Malachi Tony picks up the first down. Carson Beck and the Miami Hurricanes rolling on schedule, Devo.
Yeah, that's exactly how you want to start this game. You get a good physical run, get 2nd and 1, and then second play, get the ball into baby Jesus' hand, Malachi Tony, pick up the easy first down. Stay on schedule. You don't want to be behind the sticks in long yardage situation against this Indiana defense.
Yeah, you've heard them about winning first down, Pat. They say you got to win first down to have a chance. That's what this Miami team does. When you can get 4, 5, 7, 8 yards on first, you have a much better chance.
Another handoff. Big tackle for Indiana. Tough for us to see. I think that was...
It's Mr. Pons.
Okay, there's South Florida boy Pons. Fractured Ty Simpson's ribs in the Rose Bowl. Pick 6 first play against Oregon. Now picking up a big tackle against the run early.
Yeah, he's only listed at about $175, but he brings it all. So question about the next level. Will he play outside? Will he play inside? But he's definitely a Sunday player.
Tight formation. Everything compact very tight for Miami. Carson Beck, first read, second read. Scrambling, has shown he can move. Spins it out of bounds. We're going to 3rd and 8 for the Indiana Hoosier defense. Now Bryant Haynes can start cooking Conman.
No doubt about it. He had Camara on Malachi Tony. He already is in his bag. That's a hell of a matchup. Can't believe we just watched that happen.
3rd and 8. Bryant Haynes not scared to motion shift or stunt. Mark Fletcher to his right. Malachi Tony to his left. Carson back at shotgun. Check down to Malachi. No, sir, baby Jesus, says the Indiana Hoosier defense, who gets off the field. And now a punt is happening, and the Heisman is about to take the field, D-Bud.
Absolutely. That's a big-time start. Great start by this Indiana defense. Win the toss, defer, you get a stop from your defense, and now you're receiving the ball. You couldn't ask for a better start.
We're Elijah Hardy on the tackle there. Now we have Jonathan Brady, 5'10", 183 out of Los Angeles. He is a senior back to return. Good punt. That thing's turning sideways. Fair catch at your 4. Terrible place to start your first drive in the national championship. But nothing has really slowed down this Indiana offense yet. Fernando Mendoza back in his hometown. What can the Heisman do? We just sniffed a huge smelling salt down here. Miami, obviously the home of a lot of smelling of things. Also the home of a lot of monsters in tonight's game. Heisman went Christopher Columbus High School. His dad played offensive line at Christopher Columbus High School with Mario Cristobal. Great team, Coach Cristobal told us about that group. Scrappy, gritty. Now 2.2 miles away from his home, Fernando Mendoza will try to lead the Indiana Hoosiers to a place they've never been before. Heels in his own end zone. Hand off, fake. Drop that thing off to Cooper. Ooh! Cooper with a stick. Extra space and first down, Indiana. Cooper smooth out there.
Yeah, quick RPO to start the game. He saw the run pass option, figured out the puzzle. Get it to Omar Cooper Jr. in space. Made the first tackle a miss. Picked up an easy first down. Something to keep an eye on. The other starting corner, because Xavier Lucas is suspended first half. O.J. Fredericus, who they trotted out there to start. Let's see if he targets him early.
Both teams alluded to Pete Hamill that they were certainly going to be attacking these DBs. We'll also have to get the run game going if you're Indiana. Hamby with not much as D-Butt was flexing mid-play, AJ.
Jacoby Thomas, we're used to seeing that, aren't we, D-Butt? That guy will fill the hole. He's somehow can start 10, 12 yards back and make a tackle for a loss seem like an easy play.
Jacoby Thomas, 6'2", 200 pounds, fifth-year senior. Everybody on this Miami defense likes to hit. Cristobal has encouraged it, he has forced it, and it is his culture. Indiana doesn't mind that action either. Fernando Mendoza in shotgun. 1 for 1 on the day. Make it 2 for 2. The minimum gain, maybe a late hit. These Big 12 refs will not call it. Roman Hemby, running back, also a threat out of the backfield. Get the ball out of his hand quick, seemingly the idea for Mendoza.
Absolutely. Looks like the plan today. Get the ball out of their hands quick. We talked about the trenches early on the offensive side and the defensive side. And Akeem Messidor on one side and Ruben Bain Jr. on the opposite side. That is the plan. You got to be able to run the ball and get it out of your hands quickly.
Huge third down here, 3rd and 7. When Surratt normally eats. Mendoza feeling the pressure. He can move and he can throw it away. 3 and out for the Miami Hurricanes defense against one of the most efficient offenses in the history of college ball, AJ.
Marquise Lightfoot with a beautiful rush here. You're mugging. You got double A-gap pressure. Watch these backers are going to drop out right here on the edge. Oh, goodness. You just disregard the running back if you're rushing off that edge and force Fernando Mendoza out of the pocket into a throw out of bounds.
Mitch McCarthy, 6'5", 240-pound punter out of Australia for Indiana, has done a very good job. Miami loves that. McCarthy hits a big one down the middle of the field. Baby Jesus is able to get some return there. Long snapper breaks it down. We have a flag on the field. Once again, abnormal for this Big 12 crew. Probably a hold or a block in the back. Probably going to go back to where Malachi caught the ball. Not bad field position switch, but still a 3 and out for the Miami defense, Tone Diggs.
Yeah, it is. And against the #1 third down offense in the country, the IU Hoosiers, them getting off the field is huge to start the game.
Mike Vandervelde, Big 12 ref.
During the return, holding number 22, receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down, Miami.
Listen, boys, this ain't Texas, but you can't hold up. Way to go, D-Butt.
Oh, yeah.
Proud of you, buddy. You too, AJ. Look like an athlete. What does Carson Beck do with the rock on the other side? We shall see.
Out here in the fields.
Miami way down here. Had to take on Texas A&M. That was a 2,060-plus mile. Holy hell, Tim Tebow just came. What? Oh, my God.
Thank you for your service, Tim.
Anymore. Tim, that's good, yeah. Go lower, please. Thank you. 8,000 total miles for this Miami Hurricanes team. Tonight, 0 miles traveled. That's a big deal. I'll tell you what, I don't know what the distance is from one side of this guy's back to the other, but I think it's growing. We appreciate you, Tim. Good to see you, dude. Hey, what do you know about this game? Anything?
Probably nothing.
What are your thoughts? Who do you like in tonight's game?
I lean Indiana in this one. I think the key for Miami is they got to find a way to get pressure like they did on the first drive and create some turnovers because Indiana is so darn efficient. That is such an important key. And I think Miami has to turn it into a fist fight. If they do, I think they got a shot. But if it's just about how efficient you are, no one's been as efficient as Indiana.
Miami being back, terrible for Florida. Oh, my God. Terrible for Florida.
Honestly,
terrible.
I think you're the only person that would bring that up to me here. Regardless, okay?
You're right.
You take shots, and it's okay.
I love you, Tim.
But how crazy is this? We're in Miami, and it's like 70% Indiana in here.
Yeah, that's because they haven't had a chance to ever do this before, Tim. They love it, the opportunity to support the boys.
It is pretty sweet, though. I mean, let's be honest. Like, what a magical story. And either one of these, it's an amazing story. Miami wins it at home, or Indiana has one of the most magical seasons of all time.
Tim,
Either way, this blue jacket looks awesome.
Hey, I needed that. Hey, I appreciate you, Tim. Thank you for being such a good member of society, by the way. I think he's like trying to catch, like with his bare hands, child predators. I think he's actually trying to catch them with his bare hands.
Good. Need more like you, Tim.
Yeah, he's outrageous. Everything he says he is, he actually is. Special individual. Mark Fletcher getting stopped a couple times here. Indiana's defense getting a little sturdy in the second drive.
Yeah, they are. There's been a lot of talk this week about the stunts and twists and the games that this defensive line runs up front for Indiana. Right there, successful to force a 3rd and 5.
A lot of chatter about this jacket. I don't know if everybody hates it or actually likes it.
It's awesome.
It's sweet. Good.
Carson Beck, 3rd and 5. Ball on the 28. Thanks for gassing me up, boys. I needed that.
Yeah.
Carson Beck with time. What a play. Pass breakup, saw it from a mile away, Debo.
Yeah, bang, bang play. I like it. These refs are letting them play early. Lewis Moore coming down, making a big-time play on the money down. Those are the throws that Carson Beck liked. We saw it in the Fiesta Bowl. A bunch of throws across the middle. He had the read. The crowd definitely wants a flag, but if they're going to let him play, let him play. I like it.
Indiana defense rushing 3, dropping 8 right there, choosing to play coverage, and it works out.
Brady back to return the Dylan Joyce punt. 2 Aussies punting tonight. High one, probably a fair catch. Fernando Mendoza will get the ball around 30. Listen, this Miami defense thumps. They don't mind adding a little extra sauce to it either. Cristobal is a hard-nosed coach, and his team is certainly the same way, Debo.
Absolutely, that's the mindset. You start from the top from Coach Cristobal, then the whole coaching staff, and then every player that they bring in here. That is the mindset, and they play it all the way through the whistle.
That's why the Big 12 officiating crew, being the crew for tonight's game, is a huge deal. That Big 10 reffing group, they didn't like the way Miami played football.
That's why they stole one of the starters for the first half.
That's a travesty.
Lucas out Can Mendoza and the boys take advantage? Had a 3-and-out in their first drive. Let's see if the Heisman winner settles in just like he did against Alabama, or is Miami's defense going to continue to cause problems? Mendoza, Moten up the middle, just jumped over a human. Mendoza. They're calling another. Oh, I'll tell you what, boys. I do fear that this ain't Texas, but you can't hold 'em. Casual. It's been a good run through the playoffs for that.
I think they missed that one.
Well, I don't think we looked at the camera either. Okay. I felt like a pretty good hold there from the right tackle, 67, Khalil Benson.
So, holding, number 67, offense, 10-yard penalty. It's the first down.
I mean, let's not act like they don't have massive size either. Khalil Benson, 6'6", out of Mississippi. He's battling with what could go on to be a GOAT, and it could be the back or the side. Feels like Benson's going to think he had good blocking in there.
Nah, he held him. We saw it.
I don't know.
That's all that hand fighting, too, that you always see him do pre-game. That's a swatting good rush right there by Bain.
1st and 20. Omar Cooper Jr. with the ball. First down, Indiana. Just like that, they get back on track, D-Bud.
It's a good throwing Kent from Mendoza to Omar Cooper Jr. Once again, tackling in the open field is going to be critical in all these games, especially at national championship. Quick slant across the middle. Once again, RPO, eyes down the field. Linebacker got sucked up with the play-action fake. You break a tackle, and you pick up the first down.
You need to have a good run game so you can suck up those linebackers, Ty Schmidt.
Yeah, it's exactly right. And I'll tell you what, that's why Miami needs to score the football, because Mendoza's going to figure out that puzzle. You give him enough opportunities.
Kalen Black, backup running back. He and Hemby have gone over 2,000 yards combined whenever you talk about rushing. At one point, they averaged over 5 yards a tote between both of them. Tone, their run game this year behind Coogan and his offensive line has been a huge factor for this Indiana Hoosier team.
Yeah, everyone talks about Mendoza, obviously, with the Heisman and how good he's been. The running game is actually statistically ranked a lot higher. They're going over 200 a game. They're top 10 in rushing yards. It's unbelievable.
First 2 college football playoff games, Mendoza was pressured 11 times, already twice tonight. A couple penalties here for the Indiana offensive line as well.
Snap, false start, number 74. Offense, 5-yard penalty.
That's on Bray Lynch out of Austin, Texas. He's 6'5". Big dudes. Jeez, where do they find all these? Yeah, he was ready to go. He wanted a fist fight early.
Good couple steps.
2nd and 9 here. Surratt, way left. Coop in the slot. Nowakowski hasn't really been used yet tonight. He's at left extended tackle. Mendoza to Surratt. One-on-one in the open field. I'll take a first down. You can take a fist to the mouth, AJ.
Well, Fernando Mendoza right there. You see, he just he's reading pre-snap. Okay, I got an 8-9 yard cushion. Let's give our guys the ball, stiff arm. Obviously, Connor's out there trying to keep outside leverage, but these guys are big and physical on the perimeter for Indiana.
Not 100% sure that was a first down from the angle I just saw.
Mendoza took a shot in the back on that one as well.
Jacoby Thomas saying, let's see if Mendoza can feel us a little bit. Against Ohio State, Mendoza got hit a couple times. First down, back to the run game with Hemby. I'll tell you what, they're moving right now, D-Bud. This is not where you want to be if you're the Miami Hurricanes.
Yeah, at this point, it's bend, don't break. You get that defense. You don't want to hold them to a field goal attempt. You don't want this offense, and especially this quarterback, to get in a rhythm right now. And it all starts with limiting that run game.
Surratt obviously has been special for this Hoosiers team. Came over with Sig from JMU. Fernando Mendoza, audible, change. I know what you're doing. Looks left, drops it off to Nowakowski over the middle. Mendoza takes another shot and delivers another first down. This Nowakowski guy has been special for Indiana, AJ.
They'll put him on the move pre-snap a lot. You'll see him running from one side to the other, lead blocking. Obviously, you get him out in space. The guy knows how to sit down in the void in the zone right here, bam, where nobody else is. And Mendoza puts it on him.
Mendoza takes another shot. He ends up on the ground again. Clear message from Cristobal and the boys. Ball on the 33, in field goal range, 1st and 10. Fernando Mendoza gets it out quick to Surratt. Gain of 7 or 8.
You'll take that all day long, won't you, D-Buck?
All day long, and right now the Miami corners are giving them free access, is what we call in the back end. That's basically not a corner up in your face, rerouting and throwing off timing. So it's just pitch and catch right now for a veteran like Mendoza.
That's just a long handoff.
Basically.
These guys going to play any defense or what?
We'll see.
6 to 7 already tonight. The efficiency continues for Fernando Mendoza. Miami has obviously gotten off the field a couple different times. Mendoza takes another huge shot to the back. I think that's going to be considered a throw, but boy, Mendoza's eating some shots from this Hurricanes defense. And I don't think he minds it, but it's certainly going to be something that might make him start to think.
This little welcome home, great pass rush once again. Mo Torre getting home. You better believe Mendoza felt that, but we know he's tough. He's going to pop back up and probably say, oh, that one woke me up.
Said that Big Ten championship game. 3rd and 5. Would be a makeable field goal from here. Hand off to Black. Black steamrolls. First down. Hoosiers. So efficient on 3rd down, Tone Diggs.
Number 1 in the country. They've been unbelievable all playoffs long. It's because they can do anything. They have all 3 wide receivers. They have Nowakowski, those 2 running backs behind the big O-line. You don't know what they're going to bring.
Have the motion, a little bit of eye candy, and then we just go right. I believe that was a duo up a gut. I don't know, A.Q. Shipley would know better than me, but I believe it was a duo, and the boys did it perfectly. 1st and 10 from the 20. A lot of meat to the right. They decide to run it that way. Gain of minimal. Signetti yelling at these refs. Excuse me. Ty, what's he saying about the bleeding Mendoza right now? You think that these refs sing?
Hey, damn near took his head off. Jeez, we're playing football. We're not playing hockey. It's high sticking.
He did. AJ, you know, you're coached up.
Oh, geez, he should be gone.
That's targeted.
Jacoby Thomas should be gone.
No, he's a runner. He's a runner.
No, wasn't he hand the ball off?
When you're carrying out the fake, you gotta hit the runner. That's what your coach should do.
I don't know if you're allowed to go Rydell to Adam's apple like it was back in the CTE days. Fernando Mendoza continued to eat shots, and he'll take some more. He loves proving that he's tough, and Miami's saying, we'll see.
And let's keep an eye on that to see if they run that option again. He does carry a fake out if they'll continue to
Look at
blast
Sig.
it.
Ty, what's Sig saying here?
Hey, that's BS. Look, he's right under the chin strap. My quarterback's not even looking. He's taking one right in the mouth. Knock his teeth out.
3rd and 6. Ball in the 16. You're such a good lip reader, Ty. Thank you for doing that for us.
You bet.
Oh, I thought that was strictly from his mouth.
We do have it mic'd up over there. Mendoza in shotgun, where he has lived. Has time. Charlie Becker, who has been a contested catch machine, could not come up with that one. Field goal unit will take the field. About a 34-yard field goal to crack open the scoring drought here. Great coverage by Frederic, who's back tonight.
Absolutely, just straight man-to-man coverage. And Charlie B turned into the DB right there, preventing this interception by OJ. Great coverage, getting up there, challenging the receivers, AJ. None of that free access, forcing them to make a catch in tight window coverage. Great job by OJ on 3rd down.
Nico Radicic out of Texas has been very good for this Indiana Hoosiers team. 34-yard field goal. 3-0 Indiana in the national championship. What a drive for Indiana. Fernando took some lumps. The Hoosiers were able to move. Will Carson Beck get on the board? Bloody Mendoza looking to settle the score. Welcome back to the national championship. Fernando Mendoza sucking blood because of boom. Jacoby Thomas going clear helmet to helmet on Mendoza. Here's a zoom in and bang. Helmet to the jaw. Mendoza's bleeding. He wouldn't want it any other way in his homecoming, although that feels very illegal, AJ.
Yeah, I think just maybe the crown of the helmet part might be illegal. You're allowed to hit him. He's like a runner after he hands that off, and he's carrying that fake out.
That sounded like
Keelan Marion bringing it out. He has been a weapon for this Miami Hurricane football team. We'll get to a break. Maybe somebody will teach D-Butt the rules.
It's football, right?
I'll tell you, Cignetti was not happy. Back to Southern Florida, the home of a lot of incredible football players, including Malachi, D-Bud.
Absolutely. This program is about keeping the homegrown talent home. And Malachi Tony, he's going to bring a lot of guys to follow in his footsteps, just like all the greats that you see on the sideline that came before him.
It does feel like the U pizzazz is all the way back. I heard there was a craps table up there at Hard Rock that really felt the effects of the U being back, Hunter.
That sounds incredible. Would have loved to be a fly on the wall in that room for that night, Pat.
We might have got a phone call just a little bit too late. I have a 2-year-old. Carson Beck gets snapped. Oh, beautiful ball. Oh! That was an incredible throw. Even better defensive effort there by Elijah Hardy. He's been all over the place, AJ. And I'll tell you what, I thought it was a nice layered ball. Instead, he gets up in deflection.
And did you see Hardy here? Eyes on the QB. Jeez, absolute vertical right here. You see more right there to make sure he doesn't reel that one in.
That was an incredible ball by Carson Beck. Better play on the defensive side. Indiana defense has forced a punt, obviously. Both times Miami has had the rock. Carson Beck in shotgun. Mark Fletcher to his left. Bombing in motion. Carson. Nothing from South Florida native Ponds Island over there.
This is a homecoming for him. He is one of the best cornerbacks in the country. We talked about him last week, starting off the game with the pick six, and now this is a tremendous play. Bang, bang at the sticks, too. Sticky physical coverage. I love it.
Little handsy, which I think is what the refs are probably telling Cignetti after his quarterback caught a clean helmet-to-helmet. We're not calling anything tonight, bud. Tell your DBs. Tell your D-line. 3rd and 10 on the 26. Carson Beck trying to pick up a first down. Has pressure on him. And down goes Carson. Aiden Fisher, 6'1" senior, transfers in from JMU and leads the culture for Cignetti. Haynes, defensive coordinator, is a madman, and Aiden comes up huge up the gut, Debo.
They showed pressure, and they brought pressure right up the gut, right up the A-gap. And once again, beating Mark Fletcher Jr. in pass protection, getting Carson Beck on the ground. You do not want to be in 3rd and long against this defense.
4th and 17, ball on their own 19. Joyce hits a shank. Oh, gets a great bounce, though. Brady lets it roll. Incredible punt. 50-some yards on that. Fernando Mendoza, after scoring a field goal in his last drive, will take the field. Miami has a total of 18 yards tonight. First quarter had been good for this Miami team throughout the college football playoff. Obviously not this evening. Minute 38 left here in the first quarter. Cristobal's offense can't find its way, but I feel like Fernando did find a little something last drive, AJ.
Yeah, their last drive was nice. We've seen this Indiana offense go on 13, 14, 15 play drives in this college football playoff. So they want to punch in the end zone next time, but this Miami defense, once they get in the red zone, they stand up.
Fernando Mendoza with Hemby next to himself. Hands it off to him. Hemby trying to get the edge. Bain says, I don't think so. They're big, they're fast. Getting an edge on them is going to be a tall task.
That's where the defense starts. It all starts with setting an edge, and they have 2 great defenders, a Messidor, and here's Ruben Bain Jr. Nowakowski tries to get him, swims him over. He's great with his hands, and then gets upfield to finish the tackle. It's hard to beat this defense going east and west.
2nd and 16. Indiana has gone backwards a couple different times tonight, whether it be penalty or negative play. They were able to bounce back last drive. What does Mendoza do here? Another handoff up the gut. Moten says, I don't think so. Little flop there by Hemby. I like that afterwards, AJ.
Yeah, Moten, obviously, the defensive line for Miami, they use their hands so well. We talked about Bain. And these guys, when they use their hands like this and they take away the surface area and chop down everything, you see that. You see Moten right there with the hand, the swipe, throw them by. It also slows the offensive line down, too. If you olay them a few times, they might be coming out of their stance a little slower next time.
3rd and 15. Ball on the 22. Becker, Cooper, Nowakowski to the right. Surratt, one-on-one on the backside. Mendeza looks left, screen right. Hemby trying to make something happen. He does not. Punt team entering field for the Hoosiers, D-Bud.
Yeah, you don't want to be in third and long against any one of these defenses. It won't show up on the stat sheet. Keontae Scott at the nickel position did a great job putting the edge on that, preventing the running back from getting out to the flat, sending him back to his pursuing shark, got him down to the ground for a big third down stop.
That's the first quarter here at the National Championship. We'll be back with my show in history. Marty Smith attempted to win $1 million for the extra yard for teachers. Each throw was $200,000. Marty went 3 for 5 from 10 yards out. Started a little cold, but then he got hot. And the thing about Marty is whenever he's around, the boys get excited. Connor had to zoom in on him, I guess, through the Eckridge hole.
Oh, yeah.
Good camera work out of Scorsese Campbell down there. McCarthy in to punt for Indiana. Miami's defense able to get off the field. Malachi Tony, Baby Jesus back to return. Right down the middle of the field. Malachi Tony has space, has opportunity. Slips, falls. I think he was down. I think he was down. I'm not 100% sure, but
I think so.
one of the college football rules, we'll never know.
I like these refs, man.
You're allowed to CTE a guy in the jaw in college, and you're also allowed to slip, fall, get back up. Mad respect for Malachi Tony. I think he's an incredible athlete. I'm sure there's a lot of confusion on the Indiana sideline.
Oh, yep. Wow. That butt cheek.
He's so quick, though, they couldn't tell.
Well, yeah.
I mean, is Sig yelling at that one?
The special teams coordinator certainly going, what are we doing?
They're not moving it back.
I think, yeah, Vanderbilt just got word.
How's that work? One of the side judges tells them, or how's it, they don't get radio down for that, do they?
Down. It's first down.
I think the president does.
31-yard line.
What did the president say about Malachi Tony down there?
You know what? I think he was down, but I like the way they're letting him play. I would have let him run it back for a touchdown, even if he got tackled. And new rule. That's what I'm saying tonight.
And what did Marty Smith say to everybody before he spun that ball?
Yo, sons of bitch, like angry smoked sausage. Cash a couple of these.
Carson Beck down 3. Hands it off to Marty Brown. Marty has been a closer for the Miami Hurricanes thus far through the playoffs, AJ.
Yeah, him and Fletcher, they're a little 1-2 punch. They're both of them very downhill physical runners. I'd say Brown's a little more compact. You don't want to get in front of him. He's like a freight train when he gets 2 or 3 yards going.
A lot of meat to the right. Pounded. Marty. Daniels Jr. Beck looks completely to the left and back to the right. Daniels Jr. has some space. Great tackle in the open field, which is what Indiana's been able to do.
Absolutely. It's going to be critical, especially when you're playing zone coverage. Both of these defenses play, mix in a ton of zone coverage. Great job again by Moore making an open field tackle, setting up a third down. It could have easily been a first down pickup.
3rd and 2 here. Cristobal very conservative when it comes to going for it on 4th down. Huge play, to say the least. Carson Beck hands it off to Shamar Brown. Stonewalled. Going to be 4th and short for the Hurricanes. Mario Cristobal sending the punt team onto the field. This has been Cristobal's MO. He likes his defense. He doesn't want to give up the ball. Go ahead and punt it and then see what we can do later. The new analytics, I assume, would say you should go for it. 4th and 2, who cares?
They always say go.
It's early. It's a cagey affair so far on your side of the 50. I don't mind this punt right here.
Me neither. Dylan Joyce. High, fair catchable ball. Certainly is by Brady. Fernando Mendoza will take the field. Indiana's been able to put a field goal on the board. Miami's defense has been playing great. What does the Heisman have here? First possession of the 2nd quarter, Green. Kurt Cignetti, a Yinzer, a West Virginia Mountaineer, a coaching legend who's becoming a name synonymous with leadership He has taken the transfer portal and NIL era by storm, transforming a once extinct football program into a potential national champion in just 2 years. Cignetti's a special talent on that sideline, and Indiana's certainly reaping the benefits of that. Tone Diggs, that Yinzer's done good down there.
Yeah, he really is. And you talked about the transfer portal. He brought 31 guys in that first year, 23 for this season, and now 17 going into next year. So he's used it a lot the first year, has used it less since then because he's kind of got his guys and recruits in here.
Frederick Jr., who's back 100%, playing really off coverage with Surratt. Mendoza says, cool, I'll take that, pick up a lot of yards, efficient.
Yeah, another easy pitch and catch right there, another free access route for the receiver. You had the flat defender out, but OJ just got too deep. Easy pitch and catch for the first down.
1st and 10, ball in the 27. That was our 6th first down. Great play by Frederick, who bounces back. Got to have the memory of a goldfish, D-Buzz.
Absolutely. When you're out there on the island, this is the very next play. We saw the breakup against Charlie Becker in the end zone earlier. Both of his plays, big-time plays, were out of press coverage. Sticky, physical, right on him at the first down marker. Same play we saw from D'Angelo Pons at the top of the stick, top of the route with these receivers. Loving the physicality the refs are letting them play with.
Kalen Black in the backfield with Fernando Mendoza. Nowakowski in motion. Right back to him. Hard catch. Hard to tackle.
Nowakowski.
Nowakowski football. Mendoza just threw an absolute seed there. Thought it was going to get picked. Instead, it's Mendoza football. Right on the money. This dude is busted open already. Cristobal obviously flabbergasted how the boys didn't get that. There's a Mendoza pass that, you know, timing, accuracy. Nowakowski with the hands. 3rd and short. Mendoza with a couple fake claps and a real one. Hands it off. Kalen Black, tough to tackle. 1st down, Indiana. When they stay on schedule, they're damn near impossible to stop.
Yeah, that's where you want to be. Tone mentioned it earlier. He is the Heisman winner and will probably be the #1 pick. But this offense is predicated on the run game, on physicality. And when you get 3rd and short, the entire playbook is open. So you just run it downhill, pick up the 1st down.
Fernando Mendoza, Miami native, former Calgary member. Hands it off to Hemby, who takes a big shot. Miami boys love hitting. That was Wesley.
It was Wesley. 3-1. Showing
his
up.
Last name for sure.
Another Miami.
Basaint.
Wesley Basaint, beautiful. Inside out. Ooh, not an easy tackle right there.
There's an H at the end of that name. I guess you do not pronounce it.
Like the bird.
That's right. 2nd and 9, ball on the 40. Surratt in motion. Back across. Handoff. Gain of minimal. 3rd and medium here for the Indiana Hoosiers offense. What's this defensive? What are they bringing in here? Is this meat? Is this nickel? Is this swap?
3rd and 9. That's got to be nickel or dime.
Yeah, they're bringing in dime, more coverage guys, but got some tempo from Indiana.
Fernando Mendoza likes what he sees with a Surratt flag out, pass interference, 1st down, Indiana Hoosiers. That was that back shoulder they've been working.
Yep.
All right, Cristobal says he don't like the call.
Quick snapping
Pass
too.
interference number 29. Defense, spot foul, automatic, 1st down.
I mean,
could have been a hold, could have been a PI, could have been a no call. Instead, it's a 1st down for Indiana.
Yeah, a lot of hand fighting back and forth there.
Yeah, I think that was mutual combat. I think they should have just let that one ride how they've been calling it, but they didn't. They called it 1st down IU. I do like OJ up there challenging the wide receivers, though. He's been more successful there.
Hand off to Hemby. Nothing, because Moten says, I do not think so, A.J. Hawk.
I tell you, the movement and the how explosive they are. Watch their hands in front for Miami. So violent, just bam. Do not, like, you don't have to let people block you. I try to tell young kids when you're coaching in football, you don't have to let any person put their hands on you. You knock their hands off the second they even attempt to touch you.
Pat Coogan, great center. Moten just went to work there. Mendoza, high snap. Hands it off to Hemby. Once again, nothing. Tried to get the run game going here. Shanahan did, Tone.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to stick to it. That's what they do. And they've actually been pretty decent in these long yardage situations, so I don't think they're afraid of that either.
Currently 3rd and 14 after this play. A little bit of a high snap, able to corral it. Then a gain of nothing. Full chaos for this Miami D-line. Timeout called.
Indiana is going to first charge. Timeout at the half.
3rd and 13. Indiana uses their first timeout. Feels like a big one. Winning the Heisman and the national championship, not necessarily easy. It's only happened 6 times since 1950. Joey Burrow, the most recent. Jameis Winston, obviously a stud. Cam Newton was in the gym this morning. Feels like he could still play ball if the Broncos need him. Matt Leinart, Werfel, and Charlie Ward, obviously best players in ball, also best teams in ball. That's a rare commodity, D-Butt, to have both.
Yeah, unbelievable quarterbacks, unbelievable leaders. And Fernando Mendoza, if he's able to get on that list, that'll be unreal. The kid from Miami.
Rest in peace to Ray Liotta.
Man, yeah.
They're showing a lot of alumni up on the Jumbotron. Had no idea former president of our... Wow.
Slide.
Fly Stallone, one to the U. What? I did not know Dwight Manfredi, one to the U.
What?
Oh, the Rock getting a huge pop.
Thank you, Final Boss. He wanted to be here, but he shoots Jumanji.
I saw that promo he cut from the gym. His quads look spectacular. Fernando Mendoza, 3rd and 13. Little pressure. Overthrows Cooper. Rare for Mendoza. Flag down.
Legal formation.
Maybe they extend the drive for Indiana yet again.
15's getting up a little gimpy. Something to watch.
Offside. Number 4. Defense. Penalty.
Ruben Bain in the neutral zone. Fernando Mendoza's taken a lot of hits here early. Bain with a little bit of jump, got too excited. Thought we would have seen that earlier. Free play, free play, free play. Mendoza gets schoolboy, high and low. 3rd and 13. That doesn't look right. 3rd and...
Should be what, 8 now?
8? Yeah.
Maybe they're all over the map on the scoreboard showing that.
Scoreboard has not been fantastic thus far, but obviously we're all getting into the swing of things. Right up the gut. Kalen Black. First down, Indiana, A.J. Hawk.
That thing, I thought he was going to score. It's almost like Indiana could count him or something. They were a little bit off guard, sitting back on their heels, this Miami defense.
Yeah, 3rd and 8. Yeah, 3rd and 8, you're thinking pass. You got the double mug look. They probably got a blitz lined up. They run it right up the gut.
Quick. Out to Omar Cooper Jr. He is tackled in the open field. Way to put the fire out if you're Miami there.
Good tackle in the open field right there on 3rd down. And Indiana's kind of been mixing in some tempo right there. We talked about injuries. Penalties with this Miami defense. A huge 3rd and 13. You give them an extra shot at it, make it 3rd and 8. They convert. Now they're almost in the red area.
Running on 3rd and 8, obviously keep them guessing. I think Miami did not expect that. Crack that thing open like the Red Sea. Or the Dead Sea. Which one was it?
Yeah, the red one.
Either one.
Fernando Mendoza makes the handoff. Quick to Charlie Becker. He's going to be tough to tackle. Charlie Becker to the touchdown for the Hoosiers. Indiana benefits from a couple penalties, makes the most of it, and then Charlie Becker. This college football playoff run for him has been special. Built on grit, built on resilience, and his roommate Mendoza finds him. Oh, he might have stepped out of bounds there.
Yeah, but that's another situation there with Miami playing soft, off coverage. Got to get up there and make the tackle. Definitely out of bounds, but too easy down there. Free access. Mendoza's going to pick that apart all night long.
Out of bounds, but it's a first down.
Of a touchdown is under further review.
Yeah, he stepped out of bounds. I like that Nico Radicic is hanging out on the field, a little bit more shine, but Torre's a little bit pissed off here at the rest of the defense. Obviously, frustrations can certainly brew with this Indiana team. Rarely make a mistake, and if you make a mistake, they're going to make you pay for it.
Absolutely.
A couple Miami Hurricanes defensive players getting after each other, expecting the standard to be risen. A little bit here in the national championship. Charlie Becker, tough to tackle, definitely stepped out of bounds. Saw the 3 stripes on the paint. Charlie Becker, as of November 1st, only had 7 catches or something like that. 4 receptions in the total of his first 7 games. And then since the Big Ten championship through the playoffs, he's become one of the main weapons for Mendoza.
5.5-yard line, it's 1st and goal.
Yeah, it's not just one receiver that's going to get the lion's share of the targets. It's like whoever's open, whichever puzzle piece is there for Mendoza, he's going to get it to his guys, and they're going to try to take full advantage of every opportunity they get.
And then mix in Nowakowski in there.
Yep.
And then the ability to run. I mean, that 3rd and 8 run, huge for this Indiana offensive line. Especially with what the D-line for Miami had been doing. They get a chance to maybe save 4 points here. You're the Hurricanes defense, that has to be how you view this. 1st and goal from the 6. Make it to 5. Tough angle. Becker in motion. Hand off to Black. Gain him next to nothing. Miami rally into the ball. I love everything about it. No scrum possible, AJ.
Mo Torre, just what a stout play here. This is so difficult to stop the running backs' momentum completely when they're downhill running at you. And Mo Torre just stands them up, drives his feet, and the rest of the boys come running.
Bryce Fitzgerald, number 13, has entered the field. He had 2 picks against Texas A&M, including the game winner. Freshman out of South Florida. This is the 13th play of this drive for Indiana. A couple penalties obviously assisted. A touchdown already called back. 2nd and goal from the 4. Another run for Kalon Black. Hard yards down to about the 1. 3rd and goal from the 1 here. I think we're about to see a little bit more meat, AJ Hawk.
It's jogging on the field as we speak, Pat.
Number 75, Zen Mikowski coming out here. We got bodies on bodies. This is old school football. 3rd and goal from the 1. Where else would you rather be? Timeout coming from
Miami has
the Miami Hurricanes.
Timeout of the half.
What did you see there, D-Bud?
I was counting them up. Might have had 12 on the field for Miami. I'm not certain, but it was some confusion. There's been some confusion for the last couple plays. That's why you saw the arguing the sideline. That's a big thing, getting the communication to play from the sideline.
Maybe a little bit of chaos there. 3rd and goal from the 1. We see our first punt. Welcome back to the national championship. Insane Shane is just lined up behind us. Catches marshmallows, kicks footballs off each other. There was 12 men on the field for the Miami Hurricanes defense, which is why they called a timeout. A little bit more confusion here. 3rd and goal from the 1. We assume multiple runs from Indiana if they don't punch it in here. Fernando Mendoza under center for the 14th play of the drive. Nowakowski punches it in. IU, says Riley. And we got a 9-0, 10-0 around the corner game here in the national championship. Power football from Indiana. They're not scared to do it either.
Yeah, just a long, methodical drive from Indiana. That's Indiana football. I think, 14, 15 plays, walking it down and get to the 1-yard line and just imposing your will on this Miami defense. This offense, they better answer. Down 10-0 right now if this extra point goes in.
Miami's offense has had 14 plays. That drive for Indiana, 14 plays. Extra point up and good. Hey, thank you, brother. 10-0, Indiana. I should have booted that right to that guy's face. Didn't know where he was coming. Radicic knocks in the extra point, and There's a 3rd and 13. Penalty by Reuben Bain. 3rd and 8 leads to Black, running it right up the gut. We thought Becker had a touchdown. His 3 stripes stepped out of bounds at the 6. Then it was power football for Indiana as they punch one in and go up 10-0 in the national championship of football. Still got a little bit. Boom. There you go, pal. Right to you. Yep.
Smooth.
I don't know if Messi's rubbing off on me, but balloon door, boys.
Hell yeah.
Mike, you're calling a good game thus far. Let's keep it up. Watch what he does to his kickoff.
They allowed to hit the quarterbacks in the face when they carry their fake out?
Yes.
He shook his head, yes.
Throw that thing down there. It's on you, boys.
They are tonight.
Hey, Sig was getting after your ass there a little bit. Same with Cristobal. You're built for it. He said Andy was respectful, is what he said there.
Nice.
Touchback, I would assume. Carson Beck takes the field. They got to get something going here, D-But. We've watched this song and dance from Indiana before. Once the train gets rolling, it seemingly does not stop.
Absolutely, and they're disciplined on defense. They get you behind the chains, and they're one of the best teams in the country on 3rd down. So Miami's going to have to run the ball, then hit some explosives if they want to get in the paint against this Indiana
just
defense.
check this graphic out, D-But. We got 32 plays to 14 Indiana over Miami. This Miami defense eventually you would think would wear down a little bit, so Miami needs to get some points on the board quick.
Miami hasn't had a 1st down since their 2nd play, I believe Ben Ward is telling me from the truck. That's insane to think about. Mark Fletcher directly behind Carson Beck, almost hiding. He will get the ball right up the gut, makes a cut. A little bit of a mush. Gain of 5, 6, maybe 7. That's not a bad way to start a drive.
Yeah, that's the perfect way to start a drive. You got to kind of get this Indiana defense out of character. You got to create positive plays, get them in situations where you can take advantage of the defense and take some shots downfield.
Ty Schmidt, Miami needs to score here, or this is going to become Hoosiers all over Miami.
Yeah, without a doubt. And, you know, they get into a position where, you know, Indiana gets the ball to start the 2nd half. You do not want to go behind Indiana by multiple scores and then basically have to just get rid of the run game and rely on, you know, passes downfield.
A little less than 5.5 minutes left in the 1st half. Carson Beck with Bauman, Tony, and Daniels to his right. Marion to the left all by himself. Hand off to Mark Fletcher. Let's try to get some yardage. He gets tripped up inadvertently by number 46, Isaiah Jones. But that would have been big yardage, I think, if Isaiah Jones didn't happen to get his calf onto his leg.
What we know right here, 61, you see him caving down that defensive line for Indiana.
Ooh, it didn't look to be on purpose,
unintentionally, huh?
Stop patting, Butler.
You know what? You're right. Let me stop pouting.
There's been a lot of pouting by a lot of different people already tonight. A little bit of hurry up from Carson Beck. Hands it off to Mark Fletcher, trying to catch him off guard on the 3rd and short. Instead, Indiana's defense celebrating their asses off on a huge stop. Cristobal normally very conservative, down 10, choosing to go for it on 4th and a half yard. This is abnormal for this Hurricanes team. Indiana's defense knows if they're able to get the rock back right now, this becomes a 3-score game in a hurry.
They got an 8-man box on defense and ready. That shows that they're a well-coached ball club, ready for the quick count, ready to stuff the run. And like you said, out of character right now for Mario Cristobal, going for his own side of the 50.
He also going for it, and he said, no bread, no water, all meat. Hand off to Mark Fletcher. Miami sideline celebrating. Indiana sideline also celebrating. Truck is telling us 2nd effort probably picked it up.
That was close.
What will Vandervelde and the Big 12 crew say? 1st down, Miami. Mario Cristobal going for it and paying off, A.J. Hawk.
Yeah, I mean, we know Mario Cristobal is very, very conservative in the past, but I think this was the right play.
His own 34-yard line.
Obviously, I think he got it. I say it's the right play, but if he doesn't, obviously, no. Like every coach and every
No matter
fan.
what the call was on the field was going to be upheld there, it feels like. Shamar Brown, play action. Carson Beck has time. Takes a shot to C.J. Daniels. What a pass from Carson Beck when he needed it.
It's a great ball. We got the perfect vantage point from Carson Beck in the pocket. Good pocket, hitting C.J. Daniels across the middle. We saw it was almost like he led him upfield, almost a back shoulder. Good clean pocket. He stepped up running through that zone coverage right over the top. Great ball. You got to be accurate and layer these throws against this zone defense.
25-yard completion. They're now sitting at 61 total yards. Elijah Hardy and Matthew McCoy got into it pretty good after the play there. Either side will turn down a scrap. Shamar Brown in the backfield. Malachi Tony quick to the left. They run a tunnel screen last week against Ole Miss, score one of the biggest touchdowns in the entire college football playoff. Feels like Indiana was ready for it there, D-Bud.
Yeah, they're ready. 10 from 10, Malachi Tony, he's going to be a game wrecker on everybody's board when we prepare to play the Miami Hurricanes. Great job rallying and stapling him to the ground before he could get going.
Connor, what's the expectation of Indiana defense here? You think they bend, not break, give up 3?
Yeah, bingo. I think they kind of hold them to 3, get into the locker room, get the ball back, and then all of a sudden we blink and there's 10 minutes left in the third quarter and 17-3 IU, Pat.
2:05 left, 4 seconds. He's going to try to draw him offside. We'll be taking this to the 2-minute timeout. We'll go to the 2-minute warning. 10-0 game. Miami, fringe field goal range. Are they able to get on the board? 2 minutes left in the first half of the national championship. Let's finish it on the other side.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. I win. Google me.
We don't just beat top 25 teams, we beat the out of them.
Okay!
I'm really not thinking about the next game. I'm thinking about cracking open a beer.
Classic Sig. After a 4th and short Miami pickup, Signetti's face tells the story of what his Paisan brain is thinking. An incredible leader of men. He has been for this Hoosier team, for JMU, for IUP, back at Alabama. His dad was a football coach. He said 25 years ago he decided he wasn't an NFL guy. What did he say, Ty?
He said NFL doesn't interest me. I'm a college football coach. I will always be a college football coach. It's as simple as that.
All the bars about Google me and Purdue sucks and all that stuff, and we don't just beat top 10 teams, we beat the shit out of them. That was whenever he was trying to convince the world that Indiana was for real. This year, he's just talking about house and a cold beer after winning the Peach Bowl. Malachi Tony in motion, takes to him. Carson Beck in this Miami offense moving a little bit, D-Bud.
Yeah, now you got another decision right here with a 4th and short. It looks like. Do you take the points? Do you go for it? Looks like Carson Beck and the offense stand on the field.
The only time all season Miami had been shut out in the first half was against Texas A&M. Is it going to happen again? 4th and 2 on the 32. Would have been a 50-yard field goal. Cristobal said we're going to go for it again after we take this timeout and think about it. Let's take a little time here. Maybe they send the kicker out after this.
Not a shocker, though. They've had some kicking issues in this college football playoff, so I won't be surprised if they go for it.
They brought that up at game day, and I think like that Texas A&M 30-mile-an-hour wind, I don't think should be held against them. But
how does that go in your head as a kicker, regardless of the elements?
So he's 3 of 7, I do believe, in a college football playoff. He missed 3 in that Texas A&M game. Obviously, remember doink and miss and all that type of stuff. Mari Cristobal sends him out here, though. A 50-yard field goal in the national championship would be gigantic, people.
Yeah, it doesn't feel too windy out here. The elements should be good, so we'll see. Need some points. Points here are huge. Just change the complete dynamic going into the second half. We can get some points here.
38 seconds. Normal play takes about 6 seconds. That'd be 32 seconds for Indiana with 2 timeouts if he misses this on their own 40.
Yeah, plenty of time for Mendoza and the offense to go down and get another score.
I'd say this is a pretty gigantic kick here. 50-yard field goal in the national championship. Welcome to the game, Carter Davis. Hoosier faithful, very loud. Carter bombs it. Miss from 50. Doink to the right. Mendoza has 2 timeouts, 33 seconds, and a 10-0 lead before half. Indiana gets the rock to start the second half. Remember, they won the coin toss, elected to defer. Now a missed 50-yarder from Carter. He hit it well, just didn't go where he needed it to go.
You know what? I don't love it. I don't love the decision. I don't want to second guess Coach Cristobal, but you went for it on your own 34-yard line, and then you kick it on the opposite, like you have a chance to go for it in 4th and 2. It's almost like blackjack. Don't hit 16 the first time and then stand on it the next time.
Connor, non-biased reporting from saying no good with his Adidas jumpsuit underneath. Love the way you're operating, Con man.
Hey, we're jacked up for IU down here. You got Miami on your side. We love IU with these Hoosiers down here.
Ball's on the 32. Another difference between college and the NFL game. The ball is spotted at the 40 for the field goal. In the NFL, they give the ball there. I guess in college, they give it at the line of scrimmage. 22 seconds, 21, 20. Feels like Sig might be okay taking it into half, getting the ball to start the second. I don't love that with how explosive they have been at times, but it feels like he's content. Mendoza, maybe take a shot. Let's see if we can get into field goal range. Charlie Becker, first down. Clock will stop. 4 seconds. I don't know why they did what they just did.
Yeah, I was dumb.
Sig just called a timeout. Is this kid going to hit a bomb that just came back? Brendan?
Or we get a Hail Mary.
He is there.
He is 67-yarder, wouldn't it?
Brendan.
Where's the ball?
Brendan Frankie is their long field goal hitter. He's also the kickoff guy. Ball is on the 50. Would be a 68-yard field goal. Woo! I don't know if we're doing that right now, if we're going for a Hail Mary. Did not love the way they handled that situation right there, D, but they could have punished Miami, I think. They chose to let them live a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we got one more play here. I don't know. I don't think they're going to try to mount for a 67, 68-yard field goal. Maybe you just take a shot here at the end zone, see what you can get in one of these big-time wide receivers.
Mendoza still staying loose, spinning it outside the huddle.
I don't know what it's doing at field level, but the flags above you guys are coming towards us against the kick.
Are you talking outside the stadium? It's from 52, 53 yards. It's a long. Oh, okay, yeah, he's not coming out. Yeah, that was the warm-ups. He's not coming out here.
Backing him up 15 and trying in the game.
I'll tell you what, Charlie Becker, Elijah Surratt, this is a good group to have for a Hail Mary.
So now, at least in the NFL, you're looking at them come out the huddle. If they come out 2-by-2 set, you expect the goalpost. They come out 3-by-1, you just expect a jump ball to this 3-by-1 punch over here.
Cristobal could have called a timeout for a Kodak. They put pressure on Mendoza. Mendoza throws one up. It's going to get to the end zone. Charlie Becker could make a play. He does not. 10-0 at half here for the Indiana Hoosiers. And they get the ball to start the second half. I'll tell you what, great first half of action. Indiana leads 10-zip. Miami scoreless in the first half for the second time this entire season. What are they going to do in the second half, you think, AJ, if you're Miami?
Miami needs to find a way to establish the run early. We know being down 10-0, that's something they can definitely come back for. But if you get down 17-0, the run game will become non-existent.
Indiana has done well coming out of halftime. Do you expect the same, D-Bud?
Yeah, I mean, that's what they've been all season long. You know Sig is going to have the boys ready to go. You know Mendoza's going to be ready to go. Now, Miami, they got to answer because that can take the win out of yourselves when you have that successful drive and walk away with no points in the missed field goal. So we'll see how they respond.
Miami's defense gets a 3-and-out on the first drive of the second half. That also could flip everything on its head here for this particular game.
Yeah, we'll see if Indiana is going to continue to establish the run game, want to go downhill and try to really wear this defense out.
Jason Taylor just walked by us. He's gigantic, obviously. There's a lot of stars out for Miami. Will tonight be a night that they remember forever for a positive or for a potential negative, Deep?
Who's going to step up and speak in that locker room? Who's going to control? We know halftime speeches, pregame speeches, they can only do so much. But in this moment, you got an opportunity to win a national championship. They haven't played to their standard. Everybody knows that. Shutout going into the half. Let's see who steps up and takes control.
AJ, what's your motivational speech to the boys at halftime right now? I know you're big on those.
Yeah, I'm not at all. I don't think you have to say a whole lot if you're the coaches. Miami knows. They get it. They've been tested. They've been on the road. They understand what they need to do.
Connor, what's that all about? This guy refuses to give a motivational speech. Great first half out of you boys.
That's probably why Ohio State got their asses kicked by IU. Had nothing in the tank because no motivational speech at halftime.
We'll see for the second half.
Do you have a stylist?
No.
I can tell.
Hey, Sig was getting after your ass there a little bit. Yeah, you guys deserve this. Hey, you deserve this. Miami being back, terrible for Florida. Oh, my God. Terrible for Florida.
Honestly,
terrible. Be gone.
That's targeted.
Jacoby Thomas should be gone.
No.
Nowakowski punches it in. IU. I don't know if Messi's rubbing off on me, but balloon door, boys. This ain't Texas, but you can't hold 'em. Casual. It's been a good run for the Bears. Welcome back to the national championship. The big college game has certainly lived up to the hype whenever it comes to electricity. 10-0 lead for the Indiana Hoosiers. They will get the ball first to start this half. Eventful halftime, I will say. Eventful halftime. Carter Davis missed a 50-yard field goal in the first half. Off the upright, kicks a touchback. Fernando Mendoza and the Indiana Hoosiers, who found a little something in being able to move the ball, get the ball first here. If you're a Miami fan, certainly worried.
Not yet. There's a lot of football left. You got to come out here and get it stopped, and it starts on winning first down. You got to get this offense and Fernando Mendoza off schedule.
Miami's defense can certainly thump. They were fighting amongst each other a little bit in that first half.
Yeah, that's not all that bad. That's pretty common when it comes to highly competitive defenses, so I wouldn't read too much into that.
Boys at the other end, you look fantastic. How was your halftime?
It was awesome. Probably not as cool as yours, but it was still good.
I got summoned to a room upstairs. There was a lot of people outside of the room and inside of the room. And my question on whether or not I should grab a shovel and go down there was certainly answered. First half was a lot of Indiana, not a lot of Miami. 69 yards, fewest by team in CFP National Championship first half. Yikes. Wow. Indiana has led by double digits for 57% of the college football playoff. Second half, they've only led by double digits. Indiana's used to this position. Can they continue to pile it on? 2nd and 10. Fernando Mendoza's first pass attempt is stalled out by Mezzador. Mezzador, Canadian product, went through West Virginia. Now a tag team with Bain, who is certainly a problem.
This is good by the Miami defense. Xavier Lucas making his debut in this game, coming out of halftime. Press coverage, backside one-on-one with Elijah Surratt. Was covered, allowed the pass rush to get home and get Mendoza on the ground.
The Hurricanes fan base can sense a 3 and out. Mendoza hands it off. A little bit of a horse collar, no call. Face mask is called. First down, Indiana. This is what everybody has been talking about with this Miami team. Every once in a while, they'll pull that gun out and shoot themselves right in the foot.
Yeah, and just a terrible spot for it to happen. 3rd and 17, 3rd and 18. Defense going to get off the field here and look like you can give them a fresh set of downs.
It's two situations now in this game. 3rd and 13 in the first half where they gave them another opportunity. They had the long run on 3rd and 8. And now again, 3rd and 17, you got to stop, undisciplined, grab the face mask, fresh set it down.
Tone Diggs, this is kind of the MO here on this Miami team every once in a while.
Yeah, last game against Ole Miss, they were dominating the whole game, but on the scoreboard, it was still tight because of their errors. This one, it's the other way around, where if they keep doing it, it's not going to be very tight on the scoreboard.
I see a baby in the stands for Indiana amongst these Miami Hurricanes fans. Certainly love the Hoosier commitment there. First down for Indiana. All of a sudden, that could be the pendulum swing for this whole entire game. Fernando Mendoza, 1st and 10, ball on the 38. Surratt in motion. Handoff up the gut, not a lot. They're going to try to run the ball to continue to run the clock.
Yeah, they are. And this Miami defense has stood up so far in this second half, but they absolutely have to shut down the Indiana run game if they want a chance to win this one.
That's a big-time hit by Keelan Scott. Sorry, Keontae Scott. I apologize, Keontae. You are...
Keelan Marion, other number 0, college ball is tough sometimes.
Yeah, there's a lot of rules that we certainly don't love. But we do love the game. College football has had its greatest season. Well, they have the greatest team in history. Mendoza rolls left, has time, throws in double coverage. Bad ball. First bad ball I've seen from Mendoza all college football playoff, AJ.
Yeah, rolling out to his left, obviously, is tougher to do for a right-handed quarterback. He squares his hips, but yeah, they have him covered downfield, though, as well. May have had a slight window here to get that, but look at him all over.
Yeah,
might have been a throwaway there by Mendoza.
Maybe Omar Cooper was wide open. He just ran Keontae Scott smack over about 10 yards down the field, which is legal in college ball, but he wasn't able to get the throw.
3rd and 9. Can Miami not get a penalty? Can Indiana pick up a first down and extend the drive? Fernando Mendoza in a shotgun. Has time. Extends the play. Sacked from behind. Ruben Bain. First defensive series for Miami. Mesidor makes a play and Bain makes a play. That's exactly what Cristobal was saying at half, I assume.
That's exactly what you're going to need to be successful on defense. Once again, man-to-man coverage on the back end, sticky outside. Nobody's open. Indiana does a decent job initially. Ruben Bain gets the edge, gets the sack. That's why he'll be an early pick and be playing big-time ball on Sundays.
Malachi Tony back for the McAfee punt. Should have been a 3-and-out. Instead, they still get off the field. That ball's high. Malachi Tony says, I do not fair catch. Has room. Gets the outside. Great return by Malachi. Carson Beck takes the field with some momentum. Down 10. In a big college game. Incredible weapon for the Indiana Hoosiers, who also covers punts. Went down a little lame on that punt return. Left ankle, he did walk off the field. We assume he'll be able to power his way through it. Just something to keep an eye on as the Miami Hurricanes regain momentum here with a defensive stop to start the second half. What do you want to see out of Carson Beck here? Run game?
Absolutely. I think if they're going to win this game, they got to win it with the physicality up front. You got to get the run game, and you have to pick some spots and hit some explosive. That one pass to C.J. Dance for 25 yards for that only explosive for the first half.
Carson Beck in shotgun. He will throw it over the middle to Malachi Tony. Gain of 4 or 5. He can't go broke taking a profit.
You cannot. I would expect them to push the ball to Malachi Tony more. We haven't seen him as much pre-snap shifts and motion out of Malachi. A lot of times you see him faking the jet sweep. Sometimes they hand it, sometimes they don't, but they always are moving him. Let's see if they move him around a little bit more in the second half.
Carson Beck started to assist. Has been 5 of 5 since. Has Carson Beck caught fire? El Flamen down here at Hard Rock Stadium. Hands it off to Mark Fletcher to the right. Has an edge, and Mark Fletcher has space and opportunity in the first touchdown of the game for the Miami Hurricanes. Come through the run game. D-Buck.
That's one way to get an explosive. Most of the time we think about explosive, we think about pass plays down the field, but AJ talked about it in the first quarter. This team has rolled Mark Fletcher's back the entire way through the playoffs, so why not keep handing it number 4, trust that offensive line, and get a big play on the ground. They needed that, Pat. They needed it bad.
They certainly did. Incredible blocking, incredible play call, incredible finish by Mark Fletcher Jr., who's 6'2", 230 pounds, running downhill. 10-7 after a Miami touchdown. Mark Fletcher Jr. gets rolling. Nobody wants to tackle him. That's exactly what just happened, D-Bud, as Miami gets on the board.
Oh, yeah, that right side of the offensive line with the tight end. It's him create the seal. We always talk about defense. No edge, no chance. Got to the edge, showed off his breakaway speed. I love seeing wide receivers get dirty down the field, too.
No block, no rock. Caney just got run over by the flag. Miami beats Notre Dame early, starts 5-0. They're going to win it all. Then they lose 2 of the next 3 games in the middle of the season. A little bit of a stinker. And they close strong. Get into the playoffs. Last at-large bid. The only ACC representative that's made it to the national championship, and they got a runner, and Mark Fletcher Jr. has been a problem throughout the entirety. The Indiana Hoosiers are giving up perimeter runs at a historically bad clip. We got a chance to hang and talk to Caney a little bit. Obviously, he gets run over by a couple flags. He comes over and he says he's playing physical football. Yeah, what up, yeah, we got a touchdown. Caney, good to see you, dude.
5-time national championship Sebastian, all right? Have some respect. National champ.
Caney also taught me how to spell out the Canes.
Yeah, he was up there with you.
Miami Hurricanes have a great culture, great tradition, great fan base. And tonight will be a great night in their history. The sideline is packed with gold jackets on the Miami side. They're just kind of in a cluster over here. Clinton Portis, Devin Hester, Edrin James, Ed Reed, Reggie Wayne, Calais Campbell. All kind of just hanging out here to the left. Andre Johnson over there as well.
Restrepo, young lad.
Who's got the big hat on?
That's
Ed Reed.
Oh, man.
That's E.D. Reed, boy.
I love Ed.
The greatest safety you ever seen, boy.
Yes.
Just an absolutely star-studded alumni in Miami. The Hurricanes fans can sense it. Momentum's on their side. Fernando needs to steal it back. They'll hand it off to Hemby. Hemby to the right side. Is he going to do the same as Mark Fletcher Jr.? Breaks the tackle. Great balance. First down, Indiana. What an answer.
Great job. Great answer. Just like Miami, they want to start and lean on their run game as well. So that's a great job to start the run and respond to that big play and big touchdown by Miami.
Ty Schmidt going with a run to answer their run. How do you feel about it?
I absolutely love it. You know, I know we talked about Brian Haynes being a mad scientist as a DC, but I'll tell you what, Shanahan has shown that he's quite the mad scientist tonight as well.
10-7, Indiana. Run up the gut by Hemby. I like their commitment to the run game. A lot of conversation about more touchdowns than incompletions for Fernando. He's throwing the ball like 18 times a game, 20 times a game. It's not 30, 40 times. They're a very balanced offense, and that's how they operate.
It's a recipe for success and has been all season long. And can Miami put him in a situation where it's an obvious pass situation on third down? Got to win on this 2nd and 6.
Obviously a lot ahead for the Indiana Hoosiers if they were to become an undefeated national champion. A lot of football left for that to take place. Fernando fakes the pass, hands it off. Another gain of minimal. 3rd and medium. Conman, 3rd and medium has been good to Indiana, but I'll tell you what, another stop for this Miami defense. This place might explode.
Yeah, it's a massive play for Mendoza. It feels as though he's been kind of stopped by this Miami defense. Let's see if he can get one. They love running the ball on 3rd down, Pat.
My nose is running insanely after the smelling salts from Fitzy. I guess thank you for that. Mendoza shotgun. 3rd and 3. Quick ball. Oh, Surratt. Catches, drops it, catches it. That was almost an insane catch. Almost a 180 in the middle of it, as if he was insane Shane trying to make a play.
That's Keontae Scott, pressure, getting home. Mendoza reads it. I mean, he made the right read, made a good throw. You got to catch that ball.
Great pass breakup by Mohamed Toure, who's out there. He's 6'2", 240 pounds. I mean, what's a catch, what's not a catch, I have no idea. Surratt leads the team in drops. That'll be logged as another one.
It's been a conversation all weekend. What's the catch, what's not?
McCarthy hits a fair catch. Malachi Tony has it at the 11. All the momentum in the city is with the Miami Hurricanes. Able to score a touchdown on an explosive run on their last drive. Are they able to do it again? All right, Cristobal. The Miami faithful love them. Born in Miami, went to high school a mile from here. 2-time national champion as a Hurricane. Was a graduate assistant. Was an assistant coach. Took his own path, came back as a head coach, and now they're back in the national championship. He is everything that Miami wants to be. Tough, hard-nosed, wants to fight there. 10-7. Miami might have all the momentum. C.J. Daniels Jr. in motion. Hand it back off to Mark Fletcher Jr. up the gut. His last time he touched it was a 70-yard touchdown. Gain of a little. 2nd and long, AJ.
Yeah, if you watch this Miami offensive line, they have real tight splits, so they're not standing very far away from each other if you sit and watch them at the line of scrimmage. So it's kind of tough to create space in the middle. If you don't push everybody and 1 or 2 guys gets penetration, good luck for Fletcher.
Marion. Single coverage out to the left. Malachi Tony probably going in motion. He does. Quick to him. Low and outside. That's a ball on the ground.
Yeah, you got what you wanted. You sent them in motion, easy completion to the flat. They'll probably set up a short third down, or maybe Malachi picks up that third down conversion, but just off target right there, Carson Beck, for an easy throw he should make.
I'll tell you what, this Miami Hurricanes fan, I love what they're doing right now. Hoosiers fans also getting loud. College football at its finest. 3rd and 9. Malachi Tony has a safety on him. C.J. Daniels Jr. to the right. Carson Beck looking that way. Oh, great coverage. Could have called pass interference on that one like it could have called the last 3 pass breakups. Instead, 4th down, Miami's punt team is hitting the field. Indiana had to put the fire out there. Defense certainly did that.
Yeah, that's the correct read. That's the correct throw. And Jamari Sharp just made a big-time play. Another Miami kid out there for Indiana making a big play. And these referees, they're letting them be physical at the point of attack. And I don't mind it as long as they're calling it consistently, and they have been.
Dylan Joyce, the punter here, 2-3 yards into the end zone. Brady back to return for the Hoosiers. 4th and 9, a little bit of heat. Back across his body. That could take another good bounce or a bad one. Takes a bad bounce. Good field position for Fernando Mendoza and the Indiana Hoosiers. Their defense is able maybe to bring momentum back to their sideline. Miami was able to obviously get off the field and not let Fernando just walk it down. Time of possession is still heavy in Indiana's favor. Same with the plays. Yards kind of creeping back in, and then now Miami looks to get another stop. Fernando Mendoza, the Heisman winner. House 2.5 miles away from here. Cuban descent, back at home. Cafecito time. Down goes Mendoza. Mesidor gets home again, D-Bud.
Akeem Mesidor, one half of this 2-man wrecking crew, just dominates the tackle. Once again, a great job with that hands. We always see Jason Taylor, their coach, D-line coach, do a great job coaching those guys up their hands, being in the edge and then finishing the play.
Mendoza hanging onto that ball.
Dear life.
Crazy. 2nd and 18. Hurricanes fans are loud. Get off should be good for Bain and Mesidor. Probably another run here to slow him down. It is. Black with a gain of a few. They just wanted to call off the dogs right there. That's why they ran that one, D-Bud.
And that's a good physical run, too. You give yourself, your offense, a much better down and distance on 3rd down. You were sitting 2nd and 18. And now with that physical run, you get it all the way up to 3rd and 12, which is much more manageable.
3rd and 11, certainly within reach for Fernando Mendoza throughout the entirety of the season. Certainly the playoffs. How about in this exact moment? Fernando making a check. Every play is a puzzle you have to figure out. Saw something he likes. Moves Black to his left side. Surratt, 1-on-1. That's where he's headed. Back shoulder ball. Surratt catches. Ooh! Frederic with an incredible play. That back shoulder to Surratt has been 100%er for Indiana, except for tonight.
Yeah, we saw the one-on-one backside pre-snap. Mendoza saw it as well. After the snap, the safety went away. Knew it was one-on-one. Great job by OJ getting his eyes back to the quarterback, and that way you get away with a lot more hand fighting. We almost see Surratt come down with that 100% of the time. But then once again, Pat, taking away that free access, getting up in the line of scrimmage, challenging these wide receivers all the way down the field.
That's been a layup for Indiana all college football playoff. Instead, no pass interference being called on this particular evening. And it's getting grimy. Great punt by McCarthy. Malachi Tony backing up into his own 5-yard line. He'll be tapped within the 10. That's great coverage by the Indiana Hoosiers special teams. Devin Boykin on the play. Carson Beck starting within his own 10. 10-7. Natty on the line. It has been A phenomenal run yet again for this field pass. Started at Texas A&M with Miami. We got to see him at the Cotton Bowl. Michael Irvin, who's obviously been special for football as a whole, and then the bomber flying over the Rose Bowl special, and then me and Cristobal almost getting into it after they get a huge win. Leads to me telling the Duck that they're done. And Stanford Steve makes sure he gets a mic on that. Field pass is outrageous. We're so thankful and lucky that we get to do this. Thank you for joining us here on ESPN2, the main telecast on ESPN and ABC. Herb Street and Fowler certainly doing this game justice, but this game is going to be special. An instant classic in the making. Fletcher Jr. with the ball. Cuts back to his left. Aiden Fisher stands him up in the hole. Gain of a few. 4 yards, not a bad first down run.
Yeah, good job staying on track, on target for this offense. A good job gang tackling on defense. And now Carson Beck and his offense get some tempo.
Run a little tempo, seeing if this Indiana defense can adjust. Beck, empty backfield. Ooh, almost a pick there. As Isaiah Jones out of London, Ohio, gets his hands on it. Just can't complete the catch, AJ. How do you know?
See that bunch formation? He knows when you don't go to Fletcher, he's got to be getting someone behind you. Hey, one in front, one behind. They want to trick you, obviously, like that. You are not in second grade playing football. Don't take the cheese in front of you.
Marcus Freeman told me that A.J. Hawk is one of the smartest football players he ever shared a field with.
Believe it.
I don't.
Carson Beck drops it off to Malachi Toney. That's going to be very close. It's going to be 4th and 2. Cristobal coming down to get a better look at it. We'll send the punt team onto the field. Once again, the Indiana defense gets a huge stop, Debo.
I mean, that's a great tackle. Just 2 examples of how well they play this zone coverage. They get to their spots, they rally and tackle. The play before, you got a PBU, and this one just a physical gang tackle right before the line of game.
We got ref cam here. I like that, getting into the action. Shout out to these refs. These Big 12 refs don't call many calls, and they also have a camera in the action. Joyce in the punt. He's been out here a lot. Touchdown! Isaiah Jones! Wow! What a swing! What a play! What a touchdown! They brought pressure off the left side. Joyce went right into it. And if your offense can't get the job done, let the third phase get it done for you. I believe it was Kamara on the block.
Wow.
When your best players are making your biggest plays on special teams, that's a sign of a great culture. The Hoosiers are up 16-7. Radicic sneaks it in off the upright. 17-7 off a blocked punt touchdown. Got to have a little urgency as the punter, especially if Kamara is going to bring it.
Yeah, AJ talked about it earlier with these starters making big plays on special teams. Kamara getting there, getting his hand up. Kind of one of the weaknesses when you're sprinting out doing that type of punt.
You got to make sure the shield is in front of you for sure. Cannot get outside of that. Kamara puts a left up, literally and figuratively, blocks it. And Isaiah Jones, who dropped the pick just a few moments ago, hops on it. Touchdown, Indiana.
Wow.
What a moment for this Hoosiers team. As they kick the ball off, up 17-7. Penn Diggs and Bicey celebrating pretty good. 4th block punt of the year for Indiana. Short kickoff here. Let's see if Wheatley Humphrey can maybe answer. Huge tackle inside the 20. Uh-oh. Indiana's special team said, you haven't had to talk about us much. Let's make a play. Tone Diggs, I don't know what the percentages are, you block a punt for a touchdown, I think you win the game. That is normally what stats would say, Tony.
Normally, especially with this IU team, we had a call with Sig a few weeks ago. He talked about his turnover margin. He said, that doesn't count the amount of blocked punts we have.
Yeah, we got 3 block kicks. Those count as turnovers as well. Carson Beck needs one. Obviously, they weren't successful, which is why the punt team was on the field to begin with. Play action to Mark Fletcher. He wants to take a shot. Instead, checks it down to Mark. Mark shedding the tackle, gaining 9. 2nd and 1. Wow. What a turn of events, con man.
Unbelievable. The people down here, I'm not going to say they're getting nervous, but the offense was stagnant. They're all the way back, Pat.
Carson Beck hands it off to Mark Fletcher. He goes to the right side. They had success here in the beginning of the second half. They do yet again. Breaking tackles. Rumbling, stumbling for a first down. Mark Fletcher Jr. is a talent, D-Bud.
Yeah, he's a monster. Not only is he a talent, but he's one of those guys that get better as the game goes on. And nothing changes the outlook of a game faster than the special teams touchdown. So now you have an opportunity to respond, get the ball back, and can you do it on offense? That's the question right now. Let's see if Carson Beck can answer it.
Sig was saying, this ain't Texas, but
you can't hold up.
Left-handed, I just did that. Carson Beck fakes the pitch. And he takes a shot to Bauman, who gets absolutely thumped by the hometown boy. Pons bringing the hammer. Some would say hammer down.
That's physical playoff championship level football. You talk about setting the tone as one of the leaders, one of the best players in the country. That's D'Angelo Pons bringing the hammer once again.
That's a clean shot. He did that to Ty Simpson at the Rose Bowl. Fractured his ribs. Marty Brown picks up a few yards. 3rd down and long. Holy hell, Pons is a game wrecker.
He throws his weight around. Only $170, maybe $175, soaking wet. But it doesn't matter. When you bring that hat, you hit them in the right place, they will go down. Wonder how many people he's got in the stands here tonight.
75-pound weight disadvantage. Pons doesn't care. Miami 0 for 8 on 3rd down. It's 3rd and 6. Carson Beck has time. Surveys the options. Extending the play. Regains himself. Finds C.J. Daniels Jr. down the field. First down, Miami. What a play by Carson Beck.
Hell of a play by Carson Beck. Buying time. Even had time to look behind him to check to make sure the rush wasn't coming from the backside. Resets his feet and finds Daniels down the field here.
Great job of this offensive line holding up. Once again, Indiana does a great job in coverage initially, extends the play, finds C.J. Daniels down the field for a huge conversion. Their first 3rd down conversion in the game.
You can kind of cut the tension with a knife out of these Hurricanes fans. On the edge right now. Every play could be disaster or treasure. Marty Brown out of the backfield. Fakes that way, drops it back the other side. He is down. This is college football.
Stupid rule.
We agree. Should have to be touched. But you do not. Left knee touches the ground immediately.
Just change it.
No saving.
I'm going to next time I see him.
No saving.
Give me his number. I'll text him.
Devin Hester has joined the ACC field pass down there. Ed Reed's big old hat has not left his head. I respect that. Clinton Portis, one of the most interesting humans on earth over there as well. Looking on, Carson Beck. Takes a handoff to Malachi, then drops it off to Malachi Tony. Little hezzy as he picks up a first down.
Oh, yeah.
It's only a matter of time before he gets going.
Oh, yeah, it's a numbers game. We saw it in the Fiesta Bowl when he broke one loose and with the go-ahead touchdown. It's him just getting to the flat, setting up the screen. But watch Keelan Marion out here blocking for his running mate back there, setting up the big-time game. Big-time play right there from Beck to Tony.
I love a nice hezzy. Carson Beck yelling about not getting the play call, I believe, or the play call that was called. Whatever the case, Carson Beck pretty emotional, but the boys say We got some points to get, Carson. 1st and 10, ball on the 12. Handed off to Mark Fletcher. A lot of meat on the left side. He follows them. Gain of a couple. AJ, 43 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Feels like Miami needs one here.
Yeah, Miami definitely needs a touchdown right here. Obviously 3 points at the very least, but I expect them to continue to try to run this ball.
Ty Schmidt, you think Miami continues? No bread, no water.
All meat. Yes, I do think they do, because that has been what they've been most successful with so far. And like AJ said, they absolutely need a touchdown.
12 personnel, handoff to Mark Fletcher. He makes a couple cuts up the gut. Hard 5-6 yard run. The grit of this team is showing up here, Debo.
Yeah, I would expect them to trot right down here to our end zone and get 1 or 2 runs right at us and try to get back in the end zone, make it a 1-possession game.
I will say Miami has their 4s up. Indiana has their 4s up. Feels like everybody got the memo.
Oh.
We're heading into the most important quarter in the history of college football. The biggest quarter of this college football season. It's 17-7 with Miami driving. Sid kept his 4 up for the entirety of that break during the quarter. He wanted everybody to know that this quarter is what matters the most. All them sprints, all those lifts, everything you've ever done comes down to this.
Yep.
Last 2 teams standing. National championship on the line. 3rd and 1. From the 3. Malachi in motion. Mark Fletcher walks into the end zone. What an answer by this Hurricanes offense. They needed it, they got it. And the big boys are peacocking around.
Great drive, 10 plays, 81 yards, a little over 5 minutes. Punching in once again with Mark Fletcher Jr. And that's the way to respond, AJ. You give up a block punt for a quick touchdown. That can take all the air out of you. And you respond, drive down and get a touchdown. Great response by this Miami Hurricanes team.
That was a great play design. I had no idea who had the ball, neither did Indiana. Carter Davis puts it up and through. And because of how tight this stadium is, it goes back through the uprights. Kind of like a putt-putt course. The ball back up. It is 17-14 as the Flippers take the field. Fletcher's over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns, obviously 1 explosive run, 1 jaunt from the 3. Miami has clawed back into this. 3 seconds into the 4th quarter, we have a 3-point game. Got a good game, Vanderbilt. Got a good game, Vanderbilt.
You think he's nervous?
Absolutely not.
You think bad refs are nervous at this point?
Absolutely.
I agree.
Vanderbilt is about to throw this thing. I mean, yep.
Yeah, now watch this, boom. He pulls it back. He pulls it back like he's shooting an arrow.
Well, he kind of crow-hopped into that one, too. I wonder if he thought he couldn't get it there just with a standard throw.
This 4th quarter, a little extra juice.
Yeah, you're right, a little extra juice. He did not have his 4s up, we will say. Something to think about. Every quarter is 4th quarter for Vanderbilt.
True.
Carter Davis. That's a touchback. Fernando Mendoza, who has not been on the field in a long time, comes out here in a 3-point game. The Miami lads are vibing. Ed Reed's going crazy. Fernando Mendoza hasn't been on the field in what seemingly 35 minutes. Ray Lewis has the top hat. Ed Reed has a huge hat. And no cap, this might be an instant classic. Fernando Mendoza, 1st and 10, ball on the 25 after the touchdown. Hurricanes fans have felt A little bit of faith for the Hurricanes. Fernando Mendoza 0 for 3 in the second half. Kalon Black up the gut, gain of little. And Miami's flexing after every play, AJ.
Oh, yeah. Credit to Miami and that offense for putting pressure on this Indiana offense. Now they feel like they need to go have a long drive and get some points on the board because a 3-and-out would be devastating for Indiana right here.
Oh, yeah. Big play on first down.
Just the momentum swing in this game, too.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy back and forth.
Michael Irvin, not on all fours yet, but certainly barking. Another run for Indiana. Black with some hard yards. First down, Hoosiers. Con man, they needed it.
Big time. The people down here are nervous. I'm just going to say it. They're cheering right now. In between every single play, it's a deep breath. It's looking their friend in the eye and saying, hey, hold on with me, all right? It's the fourth quarter. We didn't put our fours up for nothing.
Ty Schmidt, do you know what a Hoosier is?
No, not in the historical sense. I do not.
Me neither. But I think it means work hard, good vibes, good times. Let's win a national championship. Fernando Mendoza, quick. That could have been a pick six. You hear D-Butt swear?
No. That's just a great play by Ethan O'Connor. Just breaking it, trusting it. I like that these Miami DBs have decided they're going to challenge these wide receivers more. These were successful all first half. Pitch and catch, pitch and catch, pitch and catch. Challenge them, make them earn it.
Hasn't been mentioned yet. Xavier Lucas back on the field here for the second half. Has not been tried or tested. 2nd and 10. Can Mendoza get something rolling against this Hurricanes defense? A little jousting of the minds going on. Quick out to Cooper. He is smooth, quick. And that's the first completion of the second half for Mendoza for a first down to Cooper. He's been huge tonight.
Absolutely. He's been quiet a little bit since the first quarter, first half. Had some big catches, and it's another big catch. And we talked about the blocking on the perimeter for Miami last drive. Great job blocking outside and inside, creating that seam. And Keontae Scott, this Miami defense, they're going to tackle you through that white on the sideline.
Fernando moves into Miami territory. Signetti with the people's eyebrow, the Paisan's eyebrow. Cooper in motion. Fernando keeps it, has to run with it. Feels like there was a little bit of discombobulation on the offense. Don't think he wanted to do that. Decides to pick up a few, AJ. Little miscommunication, maybe?
Yeah, miscommunication. I mean, I guess good job not turning it into a disaster. Pick up a yard, don't turn the ball over. Make it at least a positive play, but yeah. I mean, Bain is everywhere. That's the thing. Like, you can't get away from this guy.
I think we should probably try to block that guy. I like whenever we got a good scheme, but maybe put some hands on Bain if you're Indiana.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Tone Diggs, 17-14. What was the over-under coming into this game?
46.5 was the over-under, and everyone was on the over.
Currently sitting at 31. Hand off to Hemby. He picks up 4. A little bit of a cagey affair here for the national championship, AJ.
Hey, you think there's a 4-down territory for the Hoosiers offense?
Ball on a 37. Would have been a 55-yarder. We've got their long field goal kicker back.
Depends on what happens on this play. You pick up 3 or more yards, you go for it.
Yeah. 3rd and 5. The sea of red has hushed. The orange and green erupt. Can the Heisman do something? Takes a shot, nobody home. 4th and 5. Long field goal, punt. Go for it. I think there was some space and opportunity to maybe run the rock.
Yeah, right before this ball was snapped, Ethan O'Connor, Keontae Scott, they switched up to get man-to-man matches. And once you get in these receivers' faces and you challenge them, that just throws off time. And if they're off, it's just free access once again. It's pitch and catch. It's an easier window to throw for a quarterback. Right there, just not on the same page, Mendoza and Omar Cooper Jr.
4th and 5. Timeout from Sig. This is gigantic.
Huge.
We'll take a break with them. Fourth quarter of the national championship. 4th down and 5. Mendoza on the other side. One game. I know that's a big deal around here. Hoosiers! Win their first national championship. They got a Heisman, and Bloomington's about to have a parade. Congrats to the Hoosiers on a huge night down here in Miami, the official school of Indiana. Thank you all so much. I've picked Indiana solo a lot this year. Let's see if they can finish it out. Mendoza, the Heisman winner, fires one to Charlie Becker, back shoulder, what a catch. What a first down. That's a Heisman moment post having the Heisman in the national championship on 4th down.
Absolutely. One-on-one, tight coverage once again. This time Ethan O'Connor matched up with Charlie B. and just an unbelievable back shoulder, all-hands catch.
Connor obviously living and dying with every single play. Con man, I appreciate the fact that you're all in on these Hoosiers
is the best story in sports, Pat. It's hard not to be all in on them, especially in Indiana, baby.
He'd make a damn good movie, wouldn't it? Hands it off to Kalon Black. He picks up a few. 17-14, 4th quarter. They've remained committed to the run. Fernando to that Becker, that's the first big throw I've seen Fernando make all night.
Yeah, especially down the field. A lot of the big throws have come, dumping it off to Omar Cooper Jr. He's making something happen downfield. But, yeah, big-time throw. Those are the throws that we're used to seeing Mendoza making these fantastic wide receivers.
Hand it off again to Black, up the gut. Not many. Both fan bases have no idea how this ends.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it should be. That's how it should be. National championship game, you got the right two teams here, but if you're this Miami defense, I mean, it's bow up. You got to hold them to 3 here. Another 3rd and 5. Is it 4-down territory again?
Mendoza is in attendance, obviously just minutes away from their home. The Mendoza family story is obviously one everybody can learn from. A lot of love, a lot of adversity. Maybe a national championship. Boys, you're sitting on top of this. Fernando, double clutch, throws it to Connor. Connor's not able to catch it. Connor, good effort, but it seems like it skipped into your feet there a little bit.
Yeah, I was right there, though, dude. I had it. I freaking had that ball. I just got to get my arms underneath it. That wouldn't be a catch, even if Bills fans thought it would.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg would have made that catch for his play. Signetti was giving you a nasty look. Con man, hot hands, hot feet. Ref says that's incomplete, and Connor understands that hit the ground. Field goal unit comes out to make this a 6-point game. Timeout, Indiana Hoosiers. That's their second charge timeout?
Yeah. Second charge timeout. 30 seconds in left.
Huge hole right there by Miami.
I mean, ball in the 12, delay a game, 5-yard penalty, moves it to 17. Makes it a 35-yard field goal. He's already hit from 34. Using her second timeout right now? Oh, I don't love it.
That's
I don't
tough.
love it, D-Bud.
Yeah, you used that. If you still had 2 with the 2-minute timeout warning, whatever it's called, you basically have 3. So, yeah, that could be critical down the stretch if Miami has an opportunity and they actually take a lead in this ball game.
Whenever these timeouts happen, both Signetti and Cristobal kind of stalk their own huddle. I appreciate it.
They do. But they let their coaches coach, too. And I like that. Too. They let some of their legends on the sideline coach sometimes as well.
They're going to go for it.
He has been flirting with his left upright all night, too.
Mendoza in the huddle. Radicic out on the field. Mendoza will come out. 4th and 4. The Hoosiers are going for it. Saw Pitbull earlier. Dalla. Saw Flow Rider the other night. Dalla. Another South Florida legend could have his moment. Fernando Mendoza. 2nd, 4th down of this drive. Is he able to pick it up? Last time went to Charlie Becker. Got Nowakowski flanked way outside. Fernando keeps it himself. I'm going to run. Mendoza! Mendoza! Down! Fernando! 1 Coach Signetti said, we can kick the field goal, sure. But our Heisman winner's back home. Let's let him do something with it. And Fernando puts his body on the line for his team. Touchdown, Hoosiers.
Wow, so the timeout was worth it. Called the timeout, you drew up a play, and what a play. Quarterback draw, Fernando Mendoza. That's one way to neutralize this great pass rush. Let him get up the field, use your athletic quarterback, breaks a couple tackles, and then a Superman dive over the damn goal line. What a play.
Quarterback draw called on 4th and 4. 6'5", 230, #1 overall pick, Heisman winner, potential national champion, puts his team up 10 in the 4th. What a game. Welcome back to the national championship. It's become a 10-point game because 6'5", 230, Fernando Mendoza showing his mobility and his grit, scoring a touchdown in the 4th quarter. He took some big shots all night, and this one was no exception. Thumped as he was going into the end zone, putting his entire body on the line for his team. Everybody was trying to celebrate him as Holly Rose getting a front row view of this. Damn near collapses, and then he ends up going to the tent. So we will check and see how Fernando's doing. I don't like that at all. Somebody tried to celebrate with him and he dropped. He said, I'm good, thank you, I'm good. Just all jacked up, zeked up. He heads into the tent. They're certainly going to have eyes on him. That's a developing story.
Absolutely.
Fernando, jump cut. You know what he might have done? He might have got too zeked up.
Might have got too zeked up.
Super zeked up.
He grew up 2.2 miles away from here. Just had a sick quarterback draw for a touchdown in the 4th quarter of the national championship in the Hard Rock Stadium. Yeah, every once in a while your brain's going to get a little zeked up. A lot of flags on the field, including a helmet down.
I mean, the replay, the play call, the replay, you show those pass rushers, Messidor and Bain, we've been mentioning them all night. They're getting upfield, so you kind of use that against them. Great play call, and that jump cut was phenomenal. And then him getting into the end zone.
Great return holding, number 22, receiving team, 10 yards. Excuse me.
Another penalty for this Miami Hurricanes team, Tone Diggs.
This is a story. Whenever they lose, they make mistakes.
Fernando Mendoza has had a few Heisman moments this year. That's obviously the Omar Cooper Jr. 0 blitz, end of the game. Toe touch, how you doing? Charlie Becker to seal the Big Ten championship down the right side in beautiful Indianapolis, Indiana. And then Heisman winner Chris Fowler announces that Mendoza won the Heisman, and then now putting his body on the line for his team. The Hoosiers faithful understand they can certainly affect Carson Beck right now. It has gotten loud here in the 4th, A.J. Hawk.
Yeah, but if you're Miami, you got to calm down and realize, hey, we're only down 10. We got 9:11 left. We have all 3 timeouts. You got time, but obviously it's running low. You got to find a way to get this ball in the end zone somewhat quick.
Carson, play action. Drops it off to Malachi Tony. Special talent that guy is. He's still got a couple years left down there in Miami, Debo.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Great job getting out of the shadow of your own end zone, dumping it down to Malachi Tony. That's a big-time tackle by Hardy in the open field.
Hardy's had a hell of a night. They run a little bit of tempo. Obviously, the Jumbotrons have no idea it's happening. Second down for the Miami Hurricanes. First down for the Miami Hurricanes. As we catch up, I apologize. They ran a little bit of tempo to pick up the first down. Now they're slowing it back down. So much time left and 3 timeouts, AJ.
Yeah, in that 2-minute timeout, 2-minute warning situation, they really got 4 different times. You know the clock will stop, as well as first downs when they reset the chain.
Hayden Fisher pointing to the sky.
That usually means pass.
Carson Beck, play action. Has nothing but time, making a sandwich. Tries to drop it in for Marion. Incredible coverage by Pons once again. Carson Beck had all the time in the world.
So much time. You would expect someone to break free and get open regardless of what the coverage is on the back end. But it just tells you how well they are covering them up. This Indiana Hoosier defense. C.J. Daniels slipped. I don't think he was getting the target anyway, but great job on the back end. You're not going to get pressure on the quarterback. You better cover him up back there.
Seeing some pretty boozed up Hurricanes fans stumbling around down here. Is this going to be a miserable night down in South Florida or a special one? Second and 10. Carson back to pass again. Somebody in his face, throws it up. What a catch.
Him. That's him.
No, incompletion. They said the ball hit the ground.
Come on, incompletion. Good call. Good call, I guess.
It did feel like it hit the ground. I could not believe he ended up in possession of that. Pons with a great battle here as well.
Yeah, just zone defense, zone turn, vision on the quarterback, going up and challenging the wide receiver, Keelan Marion. Definitely did not catch the football. I'm sure Buffalo Bills fans will probably take a screenshot of it and say it was a catch, but great defense right there. 3rd and 10 now.
We would like to let the world know we do not think screenshotting a live play is the right move in football. 3rd and 10, Carson Beck. Flag on the play.
It's live down here.
The Indiana Hoosier faithful have caused a false start.
Another one?
False start, number 63. Offense, 5-yard penalty. Go down.
Hoosiers fans have been waiting for this exact moment. How can we impact the game? Well, we can give to the NIL. We can fill up every stadium. And when there's a big 3rd down in the 4th quarter, we can make it impossible to hear each other. 3rd and 15, down 10. Bombing in motion. Carson throwing it again. Right to Bauman. What a shot down the seam. Incredible ball and play from Carson Beck.
Absolutely. Stood in the pocket and threw a strike down the middle of the field. D'Angelo Pons there from the boundary. He blitzed off the edge. Wasn't able to get home for Indiana. Big time throw. Now they're up in the line of scrimmage.
Hurry up. Carson, strike to Malachi Tony, who has space. He's tough to tackle. Looks reminiscent of the Ole Miss touchdown. Down into Indiana territory. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 22. What an answer for this Miami team. We saw them do this against Ole Miss late.
Carson Beck coming alive. You find those spots in the zone defense. You hit them, give them a good runner's ball, allow them to read the defense. Boom, getting upfield and turns a good play into a great play.
The U faithful coming back to life down here. Carson Beck. We continue to put the team on his back, though. Has all time. Mark Fletcher, deflection. What's that, AJ, as you look flustered about everything happening in front of your face?
I have to watch the replay. We had 2-by-2 formation there, and you see all 4 guys just kind of ran a little stop route. I don't know. I need to check the replay to see. Not a whole lot of Carson options for him.
A lot of static happening from somebody's microphone. We will certainly try to figure that out. I don't think it's Darius's mic. We just switched it out. We still have it. I believe they just showed a missed danger on the screen. Has been one of Miami's good luck charms. Carson Beck to Malachi Tony! This dude's unstoppable! True freshman, supposed to be a high school senior. Gets in the paint for the Miami Hurricanes. D-But's microphone exploded with too much electricity.
It's back.
Hoosiers fans,
wow,
are going through it. And Malachi Tony, once again, showing up for this Hurricanes team.
This is back-to-back drives now. Carson Beck and his offense have answered. After the block punt for a touchdown. Now after that Fernando Mendoza Superman touchdown. And now you respond, getting the ball to baby Jesus and letting him do his thing in the open field. Unbelievable play once again by the true freshman, Malachi Tony.
Considered a pass because he moved it forward. Malachi Tony with the ball is special. Fernando, the Heisman, gets it when we come back. Malachi Tony, they call him Baby Jesus. And That's because what he can do on a football field. He's supposed to be getting ready for a prom here in a few months. Instead, he's playing for the Miami Hurricanes in the national championship and making plays all over the field. South Florida has some special talent. This might be the next gold jacket.
Keeping them home. Keeping them home. Making a name. Possibly forever. Be able to win a natty and put another one in the trophy case.
Hemby back to return the kick here. Alongside Solomon Van Horst. That'll be a touchback. Fernando Mendoza will get the ball from the 25.
Mendoza's one tough dude.
Hoosiers only have 86 yards in the second half here. Tale of two halves, but that's been this Miami team. They get the job done whenever they need it. .249 yards for Miami in the second half. Fernando, fresh off a touchdown, hands it off to Hemby. Hemby gets some tough yards, just a couple. 6:26 and counting left in this national championship. AJ, Fernando can do something that's obviously never been done before. Win a national championship for Indiana.
It would mean so much, obviously, the whole state, everything about that university, but let's see if he hits another back shoulder to Charlie Becker at some point. You know he's going to come back to the well.
Or to Surratt. Ethan O'Connor one-on-one with Elijah to the left. Feels like that's where this ball's going if they don't run it. They will run it. Hemby. Last drive for Indiana took 5 minutes and 39 seconds. Got the ball with a little over 6 and some change here for this drive. If they were able to duplicate what they just did, obviously game over. Miami's defense has some second thoughts. Indiana has not picked up a third down in the second half yet. Black in the backfield. Kowalkowski, tight end. Cooper in motion. Roll left. Fernando finds Cooper. He's got space. That's a first down for the Hoosiers. No late hit called because this Big 12 officiating crew doesn't call it, but there was a little extra sauce at the end. Indiana doesn't care. Massive third down conversion.
Absolutely. Definitely some confusion on the back end coverage-wise. Omar Cooper Jr. does kind of a zigzag motion, goes in, comes back out. Nobody covers him. Fernando Mendoza sprints to his left, hits him for an easy first down conversion.
Some Miami Hurricanes fans just walked through the tunnel. They have a lot of money. Whoever that was. They don't just walk on the field. First and 10, ball in 45. Probably another run. Tick, 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 tick. Black gets it. Hops through a hole. Gain of 5. I like the way Kaylon Black hits the hole. There is no stuttering, no second guessing. 80 yards on the night, averaging over 5 yards a tote. He runs hard, AJ.
He runs super hard. I mean, watch his legs as he's getting tackled. His legs still driving every time. Like, I feel like he's one of those running backs that expects to score every time he touches the ball.
Indiana fans feeling it. Hurricanes fans feeling it. The anxiety of sport. The relief of success. The depression of failure. Another handoff for Black. They're able to get him in the backfield. It's hard to get rolling if you stop him before you start.
Absolutely. Make that running back stop his feet in the back end. Wesley once again making a big-time play, but Saint, other hometown kid staying home, big-time 31. Ooh, Jacoby Thomas, I love how he came up, fit the gap, and just gang tackling the back end. Another huge third down for Indiana.
The Saint shoots the gap, makes a huge play. 3rd and 7. Looks like it's cover 1. Mendoza Goes back to Becker, back shoulder. Wow. Contested catch by Charlie Becker for another Hoosiers first down. What a play that needed to be made.
Another big-time back shoulder throw by Charlie Becker. Back shoulder catch. Matchy coverage once again. Ethan O'Connor, that's great coverage down the field. Challenging at line of scrimmage, physical at the point of attack, but Charlie Becker just goes up and comes down with the ball once again.
Earlier in this half, Charlie Becker came up lame after a punt coverage on his left ankle. Now in back-to-back drives has huge catches for Fernando Mendoza and Hemby. He's got the edge. First down, Hoosiers, as we're about to roll down to the 2-minute timeout. Not sure if he picked up the first down or got out beforehand. They will certainly let this run down to the 2-minute timeout. Hoosiers in striking distance yet again. Miami has 3 timeouts left. Down 3. Indiana
2-minute timeout.
Driving. Maybe put this game away. Maybe Miami comes back.
Day 3 of the Australian Open is coming up after the national championship game. Taylor Fritz is hoping to become the first American to win a major title since 2003. He'll be in action. World number 2 Jannik Sinner is looking to three-peat here in Melbourne. He's considered the king of hard courts. A lot of great tennis on the way, but all the Aussies want to know when Pat McAfee and this IU fan, you're going to come down under and join the party.
Hell yeah, Katie. We love Australia around here. I've never been to Melbourne, been to Brisbane. TFP, obviously, one of the greatest gyms on earth. Australia's far. Seems like there's a lot that has to happen before the Australian Open takes our screens. Will Indiana be a national champion? Potentially. First and 10, the ball in 25. Hemby gets it up the gut. Space opportunity, 2nd and 1. Almost a no moss situation brewing here. Tick, 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 tick. 24-21. Miami obviously still has 3 of their timeouts.
Miami called their first charge timeouts.
And they go ahead and use one of them right now. Being able to pick up another first down on a quick little 1-yard run, tough for Miami in the clock game, D-Butt.
Yeah, they gave him the first down, so it's 1st and 10 now, under 2
Oh, that was
minutes.
a first down.
Yeah, so you use the first time out now, so you got to stop him. The second one on this screen is 1st and 10 here, so
yeah, I don't
who
know.
knows?
Now, the sticks are still short. It's still showing 2nd and 1 down here.
Okay, so the jump.
They need to get together.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable. Yeah, so 2nd and 1 is huge. They pick up this first down.
That's tough.
Yeah.
I know everybody knows football. I don't want to act like we're smarter than everybody, but if the team that is losing has no timeouts and the winning team gets a first down with 2 minutes left, that is the cutoff to be able to kneel it out. That's what every team is trying to get to. 2 timeouts left for Miami. A first down seemingly very easy for Indiana. They'll use another one of their timeouts. 1 timeout, 1st and 10 for Miami, or for Indiana is what we're staring down after this play.
Hey, so what are you doing here on defense, AJ? Freaking engage 8.
You got to stop them on this one, or after that, if they get this first, you got to let them go. TFL right here is the plan.
False start offense.
Ooh.
Holy hell, we got a 2nd and 6. That's a Miami move by Indiana.
Snap, false starts. Number 65. Offense,
That changes a lot.
Penalty.
Yeah.
2nd down.
Certainly not an IU move.
That is not a Signetti coach team. Under 2 minutes, 4th quarter national championship, that shows up. Very abnormal. IU 4th false start. They had 3 in the 6 games before the semifinal in the national championship. 2nd and 6. They might like it, actually. A couple more plays to be able to pick up a first down. Hand it off to Hemby, up the gut once again. Not able to gain anything. Timeout Miami coming. 1 timeout left for Miami. 3rd and 5. 1:51 left. This would be it if they pick up a first down, I think. I'm not 100% sure on the math. Carson Beck still warming up. Signetti still stalking the field.
Man.
Carson hoping for another opportunity. Fernando Mendoza. Put a little moisturizer on the hands.
How's he putting on his hands?
I got a little stick. I got some of that at home. I like to do pull-ups. Got to put some on my hands. It's like a liquid, powder that you use when the guys think they're tough, like in CrossFit gyms.
Oh, check that out. I'm talking about.
Put on your hands, you said?
Yes.
How was that?
It makes them stickier, Tone, so you wouldn't be great for the other activities you were thinking of using it for.
Okay. Talking bopping meat around here.
I was.
Jeez,
Tone.
I was. I just asked a question.
I just answered it.
That's good journalism, and we're thankful that we figured out what Mendoza was putting on his hand in only the manner that we could.
Yeah, that was interesting. But huge 3rd down right here. We saw earlier in this quarter with the motion in and out. Omar Cooper Jr. getting to the flat, created some confusion in the Miami secondary. I'm interested to see if they move the pocket here with Mendoza or they just run the ball.
In field goal range. Certainly don't want an incompletion. They'll hit it off the black. Off to the left side. Gain of nothing. Another timeout used by Miami. 4th down in field goal range. Nico Radicic will come out to try to put them up 6. Wow, what a stop by Miami. That was huge for them.
Yeah, that false start was huge to change it from 2nd and 1 to 2nd and 6. And now you force a field goal. Who knows what can happen? We saw Ruben Bain block one earlier in the CFP.
Kamara blocked a punt for a touchdown earlier tonight. Nothing is easy. 2 best teams in the country by far. They talk about a 12-team college football playoff. They talk about a 16-team college football playoff. Maybe a 24-team college football playoff. It's been very evident that these 2 are the best teams in the country.
Absolutely.
Ole Miss pushed Miami to the threshold, of course. We would have been pumped if Ole Miss and Winnedad would have made it here. But these 2 have certainly shown up. 22 of 23 inside the 40. No net down. Ball's going into the stands. Radicic right down Kirkwood to put Indiana up 6. What a kick by Nico. That was a no-doubter. Great snap, great hold, great kick. Let's go back to the Fiesta Bowl. Carson Beck, put that cape on, baby. And that's no BS. He drove Miami down for a game winner in which he ran it in screaming the whole way. The reason why Miami is here is because of that drive by Carson Beck. Can he create the same magic tonight?
We shall see. Minute 42 left. He has been playing his best ball when it mattered most. We saw it in the Fiesta Bowl. We've seen it tonight. We saw it after the block punt. We saw it after the Fernando Mendoza touchdown. And now he has another opportunity, the biggest opportunity, to go out a champion. Can he do it?
Total yards tonight, 318 yards, 318 yards.
You said it. Best 2 teams in the nation.
Giving us a show. 7.5 was the final line. Indiana's up 6. 48 points on the board. What was the over-under coming into tonight?
46.5.
The over has hit. A lot of people are betting that. The Hoosiers sideline is asking the Hoosiers faithful to get loud. Carson Beck. They paid you big money to transfer into Miami because you have championship pedigree. You've led them back to the national championship. Can you make yourself an immortal legend for the U? 75 yards to immortality. Football's the greatest. Delay a game, certainly. 5-yard penalty to start the drive.
Delay game. Offense.
What are you doing?
5-yard penalty. So first down.
Mario wants to reset Play call.
Bet he does.
That thing was at 0 for about 5 seconds. I think the back judge didn't even want to call it. Is this big of a delay game? Cristobal's headset not operating. Don't know if he broke it or if the moment did. 1st and 15. Let's start with a hole. Marion in motion. Carson Beck dropping back to pass. Pressure on him. Left-handed shot put. That's an incomplete pass. 2nd and 15. Like that Carson Beck got it out there because a sack keeps the clock rolling.
That's a smart play. Veteran quarterback. Get the incompletion. You are still behind the change with 2nd and 15. You got to pick up the chunk. Obviously, it's 4-down territory. You got to protect. That's the first time we've seen quick pressure get to Carson Beck in a while. Got to protect him. Get some opportunities for the receivers to find some holes in this great zone defense that Indiana likes to run.
Danny's sweating a little bit down here.
And they were trying to take a shot to Malachi there. He ran a little corner post. Great coverage. Obviously, the pressure got to Carson before he could see him.
2nd and 15. Malachi in motion. Carson throwing it again. Behind C.J. Daniels Jr. All of a sudden, we have 2 plays left.
Roughing the passer down here. Beck is down.
Wow, another Indiana penalty. Abnormal.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 97. Defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Come on, Carson.
The Miami Hurricanes fans are starting to believe. Paisano, Landino. Okay.
That's a good, clean hit.
I mean, that's football.
I don't know,
that's
dude.
That's football. I don't even love that call. But, hey, they called it.
2 flags came out.
They called it.
Okay, D-Bud. Okay, D-Bud.
I don't like it.
Fernando Mendoza was eating a Rydell earlier in the game. Carson Beck gets a rough in the passer and a new set of downs. 1st and 10, minute 30 left in the game. Gets it to Marty Brown. Marty Brown has been huge for the Miami Hurricanes in the 4th quarter. First down, clock will stop until the ball is reset. Carson Beck understands we got to roll. Indiana defense in position. Carson Beck with 2 play calls. Carson Beck has time, surveying the field, gets Malachi Tony, who hangs on to that ball somehow.
What a dog.
What a catch after Isaiah Jones puts him through the ground here at Hard Rock. What a catch by Malachi Tony. Once again, supposed to be a senior in high school. C.J. Daniels Jr. tackled inbounds. Clock will stop as the ball's reset. We're under a minute here in the national championship. 52 seconds for Carson Beck. Down 6. Touchdown. Extra point. Obviously win it. The U could be all the way back. Timeout. Kurt Cignetti and the Indiana Hoosiers. Final timeout of the game has been taken.
Man.
Football is the greatest.
Seconds. Indiana has called their 3rd and final starters timeout.
We have 51 seconds left in the national championship. Mario Cristobal trying to do something that has been done before, but not often. Double-digit comebacks. Clemson did it to Alabama. Alabama did it to Georgia. Georgia did it to Ohio State. Sorry, AJ. Now Miami's trying to do it to Indiana. ACC, Big Ten, battling for the crown of college football. Biggest ratings in the history of college ball this season. Who will walk out of this stadium a national champion? Carson has felt the confetti before. Can he do it again for Miami? Takes a shot. Interception! Jamari Sharp says, give me that. And the Hoosiers of Indiana are your national champions in football.
Wow. What a play to seal the game. Jamari Sharp, another Miami native, Miami Northwestern grad, had a chance to go up and pick the ball off. Carson Beck, Keelan Marion, not on the same page.
Conduct, number 22, defense.
Signetti was letting Sharp know that, hey, we need to keep our helmet on, all right?
His first.
Hey, he's a DB. He's going to get that FaceTime, all right?
Ball's on the 3 here.
Sheesh.
Kneel down, certainly something. Fernando Mendoza is going to have to be under center. This is not going to be a cakewalk victory formation, but certainly a much better position than whenever Carson Beck was driving. Marion didn't even know the ball was coming, I don't think.
Yeah.
2 Hoosiers could have picked that. Sharp decided to be the one that did it. Takes a knee at the 6, takes his helmet off, goes half the distance. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 3. No timeouts for either team. Mendoza's just got to kneel this out, and this thing's over. He takes a knee down at the 1.5. This game is over, folks. One more snap with a second left, or they could do it right now. It is a little bit sketchy down there. Mendoza falls forward. The Indiana Hoosiers are your national champions. Congrats on a great season, refs. Congrats, boys. Congratulations. Great game, boys. Hoosiers are the greatest football team in the United States of America. Undefeated from beginning to end. The last undefeated national champion was Bob Knight's Indiana Hoosier basketball team. Now, the undefeated Curt Signetti-led football team are undefeated national champions. Moten taking it all in. Hey, great season, dude. Sorry that happened to you. And the people who traveled in from Indiana, in Illinois, in New York, in New Jersey, the 806,000 strong Hoosier alumni are celebrating tonight as the Hoosiers are on top of the college football world. What a wild time to be alive. What a special time to be a Hoosier. And Curt Signetti completes maybe the greatest turnaround in the history of sports. It's been an absolute honor to be on the sidelines of these games. And this Indiana Hoosier team has showcased a lot all season. And their resilience and relentlessness showed down the line as they get a pick to end this thing. D-Butt, what a win for the Hoosiers.
Absolutely. Unbelievable job by the Hurricanes getting to this point. But the Hoosiers 16-0, first team in forever to do that. And then to cap it off with a national champion, their quarterback is the Heisman winner. Curt Signetti has done a tremendous job. This is probably the best coaching job that I've ever seen on the college level. Hats off to this Indiana Hoosier team. They earned it outright, fair and square. Phenomenal job from wire to wire.
This story will be told forever in sports. You can go from non-existence to kings of the world if you hire the right coach, get the right support, and get dogs across the board. The Indiana Hoosiers become the 3rd different Big Ten team to win a national championship in 3 consecutive years. What a story. And Curt Signetti said he would make a hell of a movie, wouldn't it? Well, this movie has gotten much better as not only the Heisman heads back to Bloomington with Mendoza, A national championship heads back to Bloomington, Indiana as well. 16-0, undefeated title, just like Bobby Knight did back in the day. Hoosiers are not just a business school, not just a med school, not just a law school, not just a dentist school, not just the largest alumni in the country, not just a great basketball school. Now they're the greatest football team on earth, AJ, and there's a new king of the Big Ten.
Credit to Kurt Signetti and this whole team. I said earlier, people are waiting for the other shoe to drop when it comes to Indiana. Guess what? It didn't. These guys kept responding. I mean, what a game, first off, back and forth, everyone. But Fernando Mendoza and the rest of the squad just, we might never see another season like this out of another team.
Conman, does it sound like AJ's potting because now Indiana's running the Big Ten?
Back-to-back Big Ten national champions. Oh, okay. I don't need to pout.
Okay, AJ, keep pouting. Yeah, Pat, I feel bad for you because you're down there with two patters. Me, Diggs, and Ty are kind of embracing this. We got tears back here from the fans. They're not going anywhere. I'd be surprised if these people leave their seats until, I don't know, 2 a.m. tonight because they're so happy to be witnessing Indiana greatness, Pat.
Well, they certainly paid enough for these seats. I think I'd be hanging out for the rest of the evening as well. The highest priced ticket in the history of college football certainly lived up to the hype. Tone, what a game. The overhits in Miami covers. I don't know what the sports books do, but I do know college football delivered for all of us.
It delivered so well this year. Obviously, yes, the overhits, everyone was on the over. Everyone was on IU, so the sports books win in that situation. But just an incredible season, and probably storybook-wise, the greatest football season that we've ever seen in college football.
Mendoza doing his post-game interview. I assume he's going to get emotional, as he should. What an incredible leader of this Indiana Hoosier team. Cam Ward obviously went down to Miami and built something. Then Carson Beck transfers in and continues it. Mendoza had to follow the footsteps of O'Rourke last year, who came into Indiana. And this Mendoza guy is guaranteed #1 overall pick. And I said this a few weeks back after watching him and learning about him a little bit. This dude's generational. I legitimately think that. Did not have his best night tonight, still made huge clutch plays and put his body on the line for his team, Debo.
Made the biggest plays in the biggest moments, and he's an incredible leader. He does everything right on and off the field. What a storybook ending to his collegiate career. To come home, finish it on top, undefeated season, Heisman winner, like you joined that list that we showed earlier during the game, man. Just an unbelievable moment for him, this team, and this fan base. I mean, they deserve it. They showed up. They showed out all playoffs long.
Yeah, they took over every single stadium. My wife, obviously, from a Hoosier family. I assume she's emotional. I assume a lot of people in Indiana are incredibly proud of the effort that their team has shown all year long. The first undefeated football team to become national champions since the 1800s. Call Bloomington, Indiana home. The Hoosiers are your national champions. We're back tomorrow at noon in Indiana. See you then. D-Butts Patton. Extends the play, sacked from behind. Ruben. Ooh, block punt, touchdown! Absolutely thumped by the hometown boy. That's a Heisman moment post having the Heisman in the national championship on 4th down. Fernando keeps it himself. I'm gonna run. Mendoza, touch! Down! Fernando!